kept interrupting my grinding. I ain't thinking about my wallet. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you.
Anybody that comes on my show, we're going to have a good conversation. It's okay to agree to disagree, just as long as we're respectful. Everyone is a product of their own experience. There will be times that you have to experience the pain in order to experience the joy. So let's talk about the experience and let's share the results. What's going on, everyone? It's your brother, your cousin, your nephew, whatever you want to call me, and I am back for another interview with the one and only Keke Jabbar. I see we have 530 people watching. I know those numbers are about to go up. And y'all, my voice has been going in and out. So y'all see me dip in. I actually just made me a hot toddy right now. And I'm putting some honey and stuff in here. So y'all know I've been trying to get over this cold. So your nephew not really feeling his best. I was feeling a little bit fine this morning, but now it doesn't seem like it went right back to the same place. I see y'all coming in. Auntie Michelle, thank you so much for the super chat love, the super sticker. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get this disclaimer over with. Everything on this channel, everything on this video is alleged just for entertainment purposes only, and everything is in my opinion. If you have not followed me on social media, make sure you follow at SAnthonyLofties. If you are in the Atlanta, Georgia area or surrounding areas and you're looking to get a smile makeover, go to Dr. Roger Cooper at Bella Dental Services. Use promotional code AL23. And you will get 30% off. Even if you're just looking for a new doctor and you just want to get a cleaning or x-rays, feel free to hit up Bella Dental Services, Dr. Roger Cooper. They're always accepting new patients. If you're looking for a mentor, I'm pretty sure nowadays some of these mentors can help y'all get a deal like that. So make sure you look them up too. I'm pretty sure they can get your teeth done as well. Anyway, if you are not a member, go ahead and go to www.youtube.com/SanthonyLofties/join. Go ahead and get behind that wall if you would like to hear all of those recordings. We're gonna get into those recordings a little bit later on in this conversation. If you have not purchased my new single, Leave Me Alone. A lot of people need to be singing this song, Leave Me Alone. But if you have not purchased this single, go ahead and get it right now. It's available on all digital platforms. Members know I will be going live this week. I don't know what day, but just know you all may see me pop in one day this week. It may be like 1 o'clock this evening, but something is gonna happen this week. Okay, I'm staying quiet. But if you see a video pop up out of nowhere, normally after that video, I'm going to go live behind the members wall soon because I can give out some information. But just know it's coming this week. Okay, so keep your fingers crossed. Now I know y'all was waiting on the video of who was at fault when it came to this situation, but I decided to go ahead and change the picture to this situation with me and Keke, since I'm interviewing her today, and we'll get into a little bit of this conversation right here. Okay, so we got 763 people watching right now. Also, congratulations to Auntie Rita, baby, you reached your 1,000 subscribers, and I am so proud of you. And I also saw that you almost got your first 10,000 views for this week, so congratulations to that. I seen people was putting congratulations in the chat, so y'all go ahead and give Auntie Rita so show her some love. Now, you know how we do things. Somebody said not blocking. Okay. Tonight, do not ban anyone. Just put people in timeout, okay? Because I don't got time to be looking through all the comments with everything that's about to go on tonight. So if you can do that for me. Now, y'all know we can bring the one and only Keke Jabbar up. So before she come up, let's go ahead and put some purple hearts in this chat and show her some love. While she get ready, I see her backstage right now, so she is about to come up, and we are already 5 minutes in. I need to see those purple hearts, y'all. And even though y'all know I'm sick and tired of purple, come on, I see them purple hearts coming in. Go ahead and put them up. Show them some love. Show them some love. Keke got on purple right now. You don't got. Okay. All right, y'all. So, like I say, I'm sorry for my voice right now, but it's something I can't help right now. Ooh, I need to go ahead and get this done. Anyway, so let's go ahead and bring up the one and only Keke Jabbar. We got 839 people coming in, so make sure you all like this video, leave comments, subscribe, and also make sure you follow at Keke Jabbar on Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and put up her name up here so y'all can put it up here. At All right, so make sure y'all go ahead and follow her. I'm gonna put the banner up right now. Keke,
Hey,
how are you? How's everything going?
It's going amazing. Thank you for asking. How's everything going with you besides the cold? I'm so sorry you sick.
Girl, it's going. I'm trying my best.
I already know. You
Yeah.
look good though.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
I said, hold on there. Hold on. Let me move this out the way. I said, I know Keke ain't trying to give us some of that teacher spirit and bust out of the shirt now.
Oh yes. I have my grandma and my granddaddy watching, and they quick to be like, don't be on there embarrassing us, showing your boobs and all that stuff. But I'm sorry, grandma, granddaddy. I have to be a little clear sometimes.
Okay. I'm being forced to look this time. I'm just playing.
It ain't for you, it's for my man. Okay.
You talking about the one that, hold on. Your man, or is it the quote unquote divorced man?
Right. People saying we're divorced. You know what? He's still my man. That's what I mean.
Did that sister wife ever show up to help you clean up?
Not yet. I'm still waiting on her though, because we got quite a few things to do around here.
Baby, tell her to stop through. Tell her to stop through so we can do an interview.
Please, like you missing in action, and I've been looking for you, and I'm still waiting.
Somebody said, my man, my man, my man, my man.
My man, my man be cooking for me.
Girl, a whole lot of people been looking for you. So Keke, I don't have everyone. Just know I don't have any questions right now. This is just coming from me. Like,
let's freestyle again. That's okay.
Let me ask you something, Keke. How are you enjoying the season so far?
You know what? It's honestly, it's a difficult season to just watch and even get feedback on. I'm a pretty tough cookie, honestly. But when I even saw the episode of me throwing the drink and the fallout from it, and my husband and Marceau, Marceau running from my husband. Gotta be a little shady. Got to, it's difficult to take in because honestly, I never thought we'd be in this position. The Scotts and the Jabbars. I never thought we'd be in this position. We used to all be such good friends. We used to hang out and kick it every single weekend, and so it's just like it's
all right.
It really is.
For you to say that you never thought you all would be in that position, I guess I question that because for you all to have a conversation to say that Tisha never liked a meme, and he called her phony.
Right.
So how could that really just come out of your mouth saying that you could see you all in their position when you all just said that Tisha never liked him?
Okay, this is the thing. Amin and I started dating my senior year in college, okay? Which was Tisha's junior year in college. And we've been together now for 20 years. So when we first started dating, Tisha didn't have a boyfriend. So it was really difficult for us dating because when he would come over to me and Tisha, we had an apartment together. So when he would come over, Tisha would, say like, why is he here? When she would come home and he was there, or, if we go out to eat, she'd say, well, y'all could have invited me, or she would say, if we went to the movies, well, how y'all gonna go to the movies and y'all didn't invite me? And I get at that time she didn't have a boyfriend. So at that time, that was the time in which I was feeling her, part with balloons and stuff during Valentine's. I did everything that I could to try to make her happy, but it just, she just wasn't. She did not like the fact that I had a boyfriend. She didn't like the boyfriend choice that I had chosen. So she would treat Amin bad at every turn. So much so to Amin came to me and was like, you know what? I'm never coming to your apartment again. If you want to see me, you gotta come to my apartment. And that's what made me move out on my own.
Mm.
After our lease expired, I moved out and I got my 1 bedroom apartment. And that's exactly what made me do that. Is because how evil she was toward me. And I don't think it's anything toward him. I think it's just where she was at the time.
So that's just you said 20 years ago y'all been together?
20 years we have
Oh,
been together.
wow. That's kind of hard. A poor, pitiful, sad soul with no man back then and currently with no man now and still in a relationship with no man.
You so you so shady, Anthony.
So, how did Amin feel when he first found out that you was going to be a full-time cast member?
Ooh, that's a conversation, boy. Honestly, Amin didn't like it. Uh, and I'm gonna just be honest. Amin just felt like, look, you're on this methadone. I don't feel like you're on your game like you were when you were 10 years ago. You know, I feel like this medicine still does have an effect on you. And I'm not for it. And that's just the honest to God's truth. He was not happy with it. He wasn't.
Mm.
He wasn't.
Oh, girl, I'm trying to get through because his voice is going in and out. Y'all have to forgive
You
me.
sound fine. You sound amazing.
Okay.
But
So, mm, girl, it's like I got so much to say that I really can't say, and I know I'm like, oh gosh, I know what everybody here for because they ready to get this information about this little situation with this barber, with the makeup artist, and I know there are certain restrictions that you won't be able to say a lot of stuff because the show still have to continue. That we have to watch.
right.
Let's go ahead and get this out of the way.
Okay.
Am I blackmailing you?
Let me say this, Anthony. If you ever on any cold or sunny day came to me and said, you know what, Keke, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I'd be like, well, you're gonna have to do X, Y, and Z because I don't foresee me bowing down to your expectations. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely not. There's no truth to that whatsoever. No.
Thank you so much. We can go ahead and clear that room up.
Yes, there is no blackmail going on here. I would never allow anybody to blackmail me. They would have to put it out. Cause I couldn't see myself dealing with the everyday thing of, this lingering over my head. No, go and put it out, sorry. I deal with that before
Let
I
me
deal
ask
with
you
black.
something. A lot of people have made these conversations like it's been up and down. Do you feel when you was at the table when you baptized on Tisha? Do you feel that Melody was the cause of you doing that? Because
Absolutely not.
thank
Look, let me
you.
be 100% clear. Melody had absolutely nothing to do with it. She didn't know I was going to do that. I didn't know I was going to do that. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, I'm a hothead. And I know you don't like me to say that, Anthony, but it's the truth. I have issues dealing with anger problems. So when I feel some kind of way, I will throw, I will hit, I will fight. And that's something that I'm in anger management now trying to work through.
Mm-hmm.
So because I know how to curtail that, part of me where I'm so angry that I just want to lash out and I want everybody else to feel the pain that I feel inside, because that's what it's really about. Is people see me the most angry when I'm hurt. I'm not a type of person that really, whines or cries a lot, so when you see me in that type of um situation, it's because I'm very hurt and I don't know how to deal with those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So you see a real person that's dealing with real anger management problems who doesn't really know what to do with it and how to effectively deal with anger management in, a positive way. I don't know how. And I'm trying to learn that. I really am.
Gotcha. So let's go to the conversation with you and Mel, okay?
Okay.
So a lot of people, you know what? I'm gonna take it back since you're on here. I
Okay.
want to start with the first scene where you and Mel had the conversation where she gave you the push through search, the push through shirt.
Okay.
Because like these questions, I mean, a lot of people had those conversations, and
Yeah.
I want to ask you: did you feel any type of way when she gave you the shirt that said "push through" when you was talking about what you wanted to do? Did you feel any kind of way about that?
I did not.
Okay.
Because honestly, Mel and I had an honest, maybe 2 hour conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, for reality TV purposes and the antics, they kind of sped it up and made it seem like
Mm-hmm.
I was, maybe erratic and just talking nonstop, but it was not like that. We had, she would talk, I would talk, and um, when she gave me the shirt, I honestly felt like, you know what? This is right on time. This is exactly what I need right now because I had so much going on and I'm trying to push through all of these things. Mind you, I am fresh off of a couple of years, but still fresh off of addiction. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm still trying to get my bearings. So when she gave me the push through shirt, it was just kind of like a reminder to me that you know what, Keke, you got this. Just continue to persevere, push through, girl, and
Okay. All right.
that's
So
it.
you all heard it from her. I want to go ahead and get these questions that's somewhat dealing with Mel out the way because a lot of people they like, well, if Kiki don't have a problem with it, it's fine. Mel can answer whatever she wants. Let's go ahead and get this stuff out the way. So you can hear it from her.
Mm-hmm.
We got 1,400 people watching. I see y'all coming on in. Just
Hey
keep it coming.
y'all.
Um, now let's talk about you and Stormy's relationship.
Okay.
Now, everyone that's my members that have been behind the wall, they're privy to the recordings.
Yes.
Do you feel that Stormy should have been at least one of the people for you to have the conversation with versus Mel bringing it to you when we have all heard on the recording of how the situation initially started? Now, I'm not saying that Stormy did anything wrong because, to be honest, I agree with Stormy 100%.
Right.
Stormy was there for her friend.
Right.
I don't think Stormy knew how deep the situation was going to go, but the thing is, she was looking out for her friend. Like she's like, "Hey, look, you my girl. This is my friend. This is what's going on." She told her. And if somebody is friends with you and they keep information away from you, and they know there's possibility that somebody's trying to make you lose your job or whatever, she did right.
She absolutely did.
Do you feel she should have came to you on the platform, or were you 100% just okay with it being male?
I was 100% okay with it being male. I understand Stormy's position.
Mm-hmm.
I know that things can get messy, especially when it, comes to family, and I understand that Stormy, a lot of people were talking about how she looked on the episode, like kind of like a deer caught in headlights. She didn't want to be a part of that. And I honestly apologize to Stormy for even making her a part of that. The person that I actually sat down and talked to, she was just at the table, so
Mm-hmm.
it became a convenient type of conversation. But I know that Stormy knew, kind of had the gist of what was going on
Mm-hmm.
from the beginning. And I don't blame Stormy at all for that. She was kind of like me. She was brought into a situation that she didn't ask to be brought into.
Gotcha. I really wish that she would have said something. Um, because even though you say that you don't want, like she didn't want to be a part of it, but the thing is, with all the information coming out, it does look a little weird of her pretending like she don't know when the viewers, we actually do see that you're involved a little.
But see, I don't really think that she pretended that she didn't know. I
Okay.
think that scene is just awkward for her. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, what do I do? I know this information. However, Keke mad, Tisha not looking real good, and I'm in the middle, and I don't want to be in this shit. If for real. So I understand that. I understand that, the position that she was in. And that's why I'm apologizing to her. I didn't really realize the role that she played in it until I watched it back, and I see my crazy butt kind of snatch the cards from her and throw them on the table. And look, that's just Keke. When Keke is upset and fed up, that's Keke. That's what you gonna get, you know. And
I feel like that's kind of contradicting something, because I think when her and Tiffany had the meet up, when Tiffany made comments about you again, she said something. She basically got Tiffany together. Like, nah, I'm speaking up. She said, "Well, I'm not talking verbatim. You said that." If you can say stuff to Tiffany and correct her when she's saying things about you, I feel like you can also stand up about this other situation. It is what it is. That's reality. Even if you don't want to be involved, but at the same time, you can just stand up and say, look, I do know about this. If we're going to keep it 100, we're going to keep it 100. Y'all trying to get this person fired, and it is what it is.
Yeah. And
don't
I
pick and choose.
could have been that way if it weren't for me maybe being so upset, and the situation playing out between me and my cousin. I think maybe she could have had more of a say, but I don't think she knew what to do when she saw how much aggression I had coming, to that scenario with. Honestly, I just don't think she knew what to do.
Somebody said it's still time for Stormy to speak up. Stormy, if you're watching, I would love for you to come on my platform. I like Stormy. I do. I'm liking Stormy for this season right now. I feel like I'm seeing a different side of her. And I
Yeah.
also wish that I want her to come on my platform to elaborate about what she went through with her friend being addicted to having a substance abuse issue as well. And she said that she would talk to you about her friend. And that's not your story to tell. I would love for her to come on this platform and talk about what she went through. I want to talk about the marriage, like her relationship with her husband and them working in business together versus how we see certain couples on the show that pretend to know things about the business, and actually they don't know anything. So I mean, I would love to see Stormy come on this platform and we can actually talk about some stuff.
I would too. When I tell you, when I think about Stormy, the epitome of boss chick. Oh, that chick is bossy, okay? She is killing the game. And not only that, beautiful, smart, loyal. I just wish that people could see the side of Stormy that I get. I think everybody will fall in love with
And
her.
I will say this, y'all, everyone that's watching, I have saw a different side of Stormy that's not on this show. And the Stormy that I saw was actually a cool person for real. Like,
So cool.
on this, like the show, I mean, it's to the point that I would literally want to kick it with Stormy for real.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get to the next. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it. You ready?
Okay. Absolutely. I'm always ready, baby.
Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about this situation where you make up the makeup artist and Bugs.
Okay.
How did everything get brought up to you? Because from my understanding, I heard Tisha was actually going around asking people, have they heard this rumor? Is this true? Have you heard this? So I'm gonna let you take it from here, and I'm gonna sit back and listen. And everyone that's listening to Keke, if you all want to finish, if you want to go and become a member and go listen to the recordings yourself, then we'll talk about it. So go ahead, Keke. The floor is all yours.
Okay. So one day Tisha comes to me. We're both, in a building. We're both in a building for own, and we're doing, some work we have to do. She comes to me and she's like, Keke, I hear that your makeup artist is spreading these rumors about Marcel and my makeup artist. And I'm like, I hadn't heard this at the time. So I'm like, what rumors? And she's like, well, she's saying that my makeup artist is sleeping with or has an affair with my husband, Marcel. And I'm like, oh my God. I really got hit with a ton of bricks because I'm like, we can't have this. Me and my cousin, we just made amends. I don't want anything like this to even seem like it's coming from anybody in my camp. So I tell her, I'm like, I'm so sorry about this. I hate this is going on, but trust me, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. And once I get to the bottom of it, I'm gonna figure out exactly what's going on. When I figure out what's going on, then I'm gonna hit you up and I'm gonna let what's going on, and we can go from there.
Can I stop you right there?
Sure.
During that conversation, when she first brought that to your attention, is that when she asked you to fire your makeup artist, Brianna?
Well, there was talks. I'm not gonna say that she asked me to fire my makeup artist. I'm not gonna say that, but we both kind of alluded to it. She was like, because there was a person who Kimmy worked with. I can't remember if she was the makeup artist or the hairstylist, but one of them.
She was a makeup artist.
Yeah, she was like, there was a person who Kimmy worked with who said these same types of things. Kimmy ended up firing her. So to me, it kind of alluded to me like, okay, get rid of your makeup artist. But I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. Let me see what's going on. And I'll let you know. And if I need to, I will most definitely fire my makeup artist if she's responsible for bringing these rumors. Absolutely, I will. Because we just got to a point to where we're, good. And I'm not trying to mess that up. I love my cousin. I wasn't trying to mess that up. So that's where I was. And I was honest with her. And I told her, I'm going to try to get to the bottom of it. And I'm going to see where it's going. And if I have to, I will most definitely let my makeup artist go. And that was the truth.
Okay. So how did the conversation end up coming to you? So let me go ahead and get these names clear so you all know. Keke's makeup artist is named Brianna, okay? Tisha's makeup artist, everyone know her name is Jasmine Ray. And from the recordings from behind the wall, everyone know that the person that was fired was Tasha. That's actually public right there. That's on the first recording that's public. So everyone can know the names. Tasha is Kimmy's makeup artist. Brianna is Keke's makeup artist. And Jasmine Ray is Tisha's makeup artist. So hopefully everyone is following along. Now, how did, let's go ahead and break it down. Stormy told Brianna about what was going on because Stormy and Brianna, they're friends.
Right. Stormy and Brianna talk. They're friends. Stormy hit Brianna up, was like, look, Tisha and Jasmine, who is Tisha's makeup artist, they are going to production. And they're trying to have you fired.
Hold on right there. Hold on. And I'm sorry if I cut you off, is because I do want everyone to know the reason Stormy's name is mentioned. Keke never mentioned Stormy's name, okay?
Never.
She never said her name. So if, like I said, if y'all listen to the first recording that's put out on this channel, you will hear Brianna was the one that actually said that Stormy was the one that told her. Keke never mentioned it. And I also said that to Stormy out of respect. I said, look, just to let you know, I'm going to upload this right here. Keke was not the one that said your name.
Right.
So, go ahead and continue.
So when Brianna came, after me and Tisha had this conversation, I go to Brianna and we're talking. I'm like, girl, look, Tisha told me this. Please tell me there's no truth to this. And she's like, Miss Keke. She calls me Miss Keke. I promise you, I'm not the one spreading this rumor. I don't know why they trying to get me fired, but Jasmine and Brianna had a kind of a beef of their own that I really don't know anything about, honestly. And so she's like, Jasmine trying to get me fired. She telling Miss Tisha that I'm the one for spreading this rumor. That's just simply not true. This is what the deal is. She has an ex-boyfriend who's bitter and who says that he broke up with her because she was messing around with Tisha's husband. So, Miss Keke, I can prove everything to you. I can prove everything to you. This was nothing that came out of my mouth. And so I'm like, okay, well, Brianna, call me and, let me know what we need to do, because we need to figure out how we need to play this. I don't want anybody saying that this came out of Keke's camp. Okay.
All right. Hold on right quick, because we're missing one part. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Brianna did say that she ended up going to production because
Yes.
she said Jasmine allegedly went to
To
them crying this and that or whatever.
hmm
She said out of her mouth, she said, Brianna said she went to production to basically let them know this isn't true
right
because they was trying to place the blame on her.
on her. Right.
Now, you didn't say this, but she did say in the
Nick
conversation,
know about this when this happened.
huh?
Oh, it's happening, and I'm not even aware of this.
Because her conversation with production was before you even got to her to
Yes,
even talk about it.
100.
So when she went to production, keep in mind, Keke is not with her when Brianna went to production. Brianna went to production and they said they already knew about it.
Yeah, they
They
did.
said they knew about the scandal.
Right.
That's why I say
They
reality
said they
can
had
be
been told
extremely
many
messy. So keep in I just want to make sure that your name isn't caught up with what production said to her.
right.
Now,
After she told me this, of course, production, came to me. And I'm acting like, oblivious, like I don't know anything. Like they're like, Keke, we know. We know. That
mm,
they've told us many times. This ain't nothing new. And I'm like, ugh. Well, I don't really know how to respond to it because I don't want to be responsible for being the one that's putting this rumor out. It has nothing to do with it. I don't even know
now,
about the rumor when it gets started.
do production told Brianna to bring some truth to the situation. That's what she said on the recording.
Yeah.
You didn't say that. Your makeup artist said that when she went to production told her to bring some truth to it. And I'm trying to figure
And
out
I told her no, we're not gonna do that.
huh?
I told her no, we're not gonna do
So
that.
I'm curious about when they say bring some truth to the situation. When they say truth, are they trying to say bring some truth to clear your name or bring some truth to the allegation that's out there for their use of the show? I'm still a little confused on what does it mean bring some truth to the situation.
I honestly think that it was both. I think that it was bring some truth to prove that you had nothing to do with this, but also bring some proof that this is really going on.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you continue. And
Okay. So when I talked to Brianna about this, that's when she lets me in on, what they was on production. I told production this, XYZ, and I'm like, oh my God, production knows about this. You like, yeah, production already knows. I'm like, oh man, this is already a situation. If production knows, this is a situation because it's gonna be incorporated some kind of way. But even still, I'm like, I want to make sure that they don't include my name in any of this because I don't have nothing to do with this. Okay. And then even too, I'm really gung ho now that we have to clear our names because I'm like, I don't want to make it seem like we have anything to do with this. So Brianna is like, Miss Keke, I'm gonna call you later on today, let you know exactly where all of this is coming from. I said, okay, because we don't talk about this kind of stuff when she's, doing my makeup. We don't talk about this. We talk about stuff I have going on. We don't talk about what, what's going on in the other camp. We just don't. So when I confronted her about it, then we did have that conversation. So when she said that, I was like, okay. Later on that night, Brianna called me and it was a FaceTime conversation. And she linked me in with this guy, same guy who came to you. His name was Bugs, the barber, you know. And so when I initially talked to him, I'm like, look, I just want to know the truth. Just be honest with me, because I want to clear me and my makeup artist name. We don't want nothing to do with this. This is messy, and whatever is going on, we just don't want our names to be tied into it, honestly. Because if they say that it's Keke's makeup artist, they're gonna blame it on Keke. Of course. How convenient. So I'm trying my best to clear my name. So we're talking to this guy. He's the one who tells us that there's this threesome that took place. There's this threesome that took place between him, his girlfriend, which is teacher's makeup artist at the time, and this other girl. I'm not gonna say her name.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like,
And you
okay,
know, to be honest, that's the only person name who haven't been called out. And we all know the name. We
right,
just haven't said it.
right.
And but go ahead. Go
So he tells me about the story about how they had a threesome. And one night, he says, one night I wasn't with them. My girlfriend and this girl that we had a threesome with, they went out by themselves. I was not present. They saw Marceau in the club. They hooked up with Marceau. They went to Black. They had a threesome. That's what he tells me and Brianna on the phone call at the same time. And I'm like, wow, this is really crazy. And I asked him, I'm like, look, dude, just please don't lie to me. Please. Like, if you gonna lie, just don't tell me nothing at all. Because at this point, I know that I'm taking this message back to Tisha. I'm taking this back to her because she had already hit me up and said, well, she had already saw me and said that, my makeup artist was the one responsible for this rumor. So I'm gonna go back and tell her everything that's being said, of course, you know. So he's like, yeah, this and this happened, and they went out without me, and then this happened with Marceau, and you can get everybody in the room. If you get everybody in the room, and Jasmine walk in there, she gonna immediately break down crying. And she gonna break down crying because she gonna know she can't escape the truth. And so me and my makeup artist, we're just kind of talking to him about this. I'm talking to him about this the whole time, but I'm playing him at the same time because
ahead.
I know I'm about to take this information back to teacher, you know. So he's just telling us all this stuff, or whatever. And he's like, yeah, my homegirl got proof and yada, yada, yada. Then he switched it up on us because he was like, well, me and Marceau have a barbershop that, he's working on building for me. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, you know what? I just made all that up. I made everything up. I just lied, just made all that. And I'm like, I'm sitting there looking like, you so lame. You so lame. What a waste of time, you know. And my makeup artist, Brianna, she's like, no, don't lie, be honest. You telling us a lie now. You had already told us the truth. Just go with the truth, yada yada yada. And I'm just like, so you're saying you're lying about Jasmine messing with Marshall? And he's like, yeah, I just made it all up. So this is what originally made me think like he's full of it. Oh, he's full of it. He playing the game, and I don't like the game that he's playing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and so my makeup artist, she's pretty much falling into his trap, and she's like, don't take up for this big because you love her, and blah blah blah. Because he did say, you know what, I do love her. She has a child. I don't really want this to be out there, and I'm with him on that. It didn't have to be out there. My thing was, how can we handle this without taking it to production? That was my thing. I didn't want to do that, you know. So, I talked to him, me and Brianna both talked to him
Mm-hmm.
conversation. Then he starts to be like, well, what can I get from this? Out of my brand, how can my brand benefit from this? Then I start thinking like, you so interested in your brand benefit. I don't know if you're telling the truth, homie. I really don't know. I think you might be making this up,
Mm-hmm.
because you're trying to see what you can get for your brand to benefit you, you know. So I say to him, look, I don't even have a brand yet. I'm just starting my brand just to kind of let him know, look, Negro, you ain't gonna get nothing from me. Okay, I'm not promising you anything. You can give me the information or you cannot, and I'm okay with either or. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he and Brianna have an exchange, and um he's trying to play it off as if he never told us what he told us before. But he kind of messed up in the process. If anybody has seen the videos, you can kind of see how he kind of backtracks and messes up, and it's contradictory. I'm too smart for that. Don't do me like that.
Mm.
Like, don't try to play me.
If you see me looking
Smart.
to the right, to the side, we might have a special person that's about to join us.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So let me say this before the special person joins us.
Go ahead.
So after he finished saying everything that he has to say, I
Mm.
asked him, I said, well, is this just a one-time thing, that she was high, so she effed up? Because his thing to me was, or to us, was that she and Marceau and him too, they would all do coca or
Mm.
whatever, and get messed up. And so what would take place after that. And I'm like, is this just a one-time thing where she was messed up? And he's like, I don't know. But he did this for a reason. I'm gonna tell you why. Because after I had this conversation with him, the next day I called my cousin. And I'm like, hey, Tisha, what are you doing? We talked about our days. We both had hectic days that day. And I said, hey, what do you have to do tomorrow? She's like, tomorrow, thank God I am totally free. I don't have anything to do. I'm like, cool. Come by tomorrow. I have something I want to talk to you about. So I'm going to talk to her about everything this guy said. And I'm going to tell her, look, I don't think y'all need to trust this guy. I don't think y'all need to do business with this guy. I feel like this dude lying and he looking for a come up. Because like I said, he was like, how can my business, how can I profit or benefit? Those were his words. How can I benefit from this? How can my brand benefit from this? And I'm looking at him like, dude, whatever. But he don't know I'm playing him the whole time just to get information to take back to my cousin.
Mm.
So I call her and I'm like, come over. And the reason I'm like, come over is because I don't want anybody to get to her where they can kind of sway her in a different direction. I want her to come over so we can talk about it face to face, so I can show her the evidence that I have, and we just kind of work it out. And honestly, even set this dude up and
Mm.
play him like he's trying to play us, like I felt like he was trying to play us. So she didn't show up. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe. And I did pray about this. And I was like, because I felt nervous. Like, I don't want to deal with nothing that got nothing to do with cheating, because I don't want it to turn around on me. She really sensitive, can easily backfire on me. That's why I called her to come over. Because I wanted to just kind of lay everything out and talk to her about exactly what I heard and what I had and show her what was really going on. She didn't come over. So we let a couple of weeks pass where he went to them. And then he's like, oh, well, your cousin hit me up, and your cousin is asking me all these questions about you and Marceau, trying to make me admit to something that didn't happen. She asked me about, my girl sleeping with Marceau, and I was like, nah, that never happened. And I'm like,
So,
so she called me, and she like, are you calling around telling people or asking people about me and Marceau? And I'm like, I'm already on the defense by how she's approaching me. So I'm like, first of all, no, that's not how that went. I did call around asking the boy who, after you came to me about saying my makeup artist was spreading the rumors, and I told you I'd get to the bottom of it. I did talk to the boy who was responsible for spreading the rumors. She's like, well, why didn't you tell me? I said, well, I tried to tell you, but you didn't show up. And she's like, well, you could tell me that over the phone. You can't make me tell you something over the phone I don't want to tell you over the phone. I had my reasons for not wanting to tell you over the phone. And that's what it is. Because anybody can sway her to think differently and she'll believe that. But she never once heard what I had to say. Not even once did she had to say. And I told her, I was like, and I didn't really, press you about it because I really think he's lying. Honestly. And she was like, well, I think that's shady. Well, you know what? If you think it's shady, because I'm trying to find information that you brought to me, then F you. For real. That's where I'm at now. Like I told you, I'm on the defense. So I'm like, F you if that's how you feel. And we hang up. Next thing I know, the whole backyard at Kimmy's happens. And that kind of blows up to something else, you know, that
Mhm.
takes of its own.
Now,
Meanwhile, this barber is just going around lying as if he never told me and my makeup artist what he told us. If he hadn't told us that, how would we have the namesake? Where would I get a threesome from? If I wanted to make up anything about a threesome, I could have made that up well without him. I don't need him to make that up.
mm,
I came to her to tell her the honest truth about what was going on, but
mm,
she shunned me. She shunned me, who
mm,
had her back. Even he said in some messages, "Well, I thought you were all for Tisha." Yeah, I was on that phone call,
mm.
but she was all for me. So fuck it.
All right, Keke, let me stop you right there because I'm about to bring someone up to join us,
Bring John.
and I'm smiling because I can see her in the background get ready. So let's bring up the one and only, the beautiful Stormy.
Oh,
How are
Stormy.
you?
Okay. Hey,
Look,
girl.
why I'm in my bed with my baby and my husband? I said, okay, like seriously, y'all know I don't do interviews, but I don't know how my name got into this.
But you so
I'm like, oh, the girl did. Took my weed back a little bit. All I did was tell my friend, you gonna lose your job. Like, chill down.
right.
What the fuck y'all got going on over there? They trying to fire you. That's all I did. How did it turn
Girl,
into, can somebody tell me how did it turn into all of this? Stormy started it because I'm lost.
so what
And I
happened
make
was
you never
Brianna,
started it. I was
it was just
day
part
one.
of like you telling Brianna what was happening. And I said, I don't think Stormy knew it was gonna get this deep.
But see, that's the thing. I never knew what was going on. All I knew was I heard that she was they were trying to get her fired. I
Mhm.
actually called Brie and I was like, I don't know what the fuck going on. I said, but I heard you finna get fired. And I was like, reel it back in, whatever going on, like reel it back in. And then I learned what the rumor was. I didn't hear the rumor first. Like I heard, you hear it, but you don't know the.
Mhm.
Then Brie was like, no, 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 no. Like, this is what's going on. And I'm like, oh. I was like, however, I just know I heard that they trying to get you fired. And I'm the kind of person, if I saw Brie, Anna Cantrell, I seen her do makeup like coming up. Like I seen her hustle. I seen her go so hard for like her dream. And to know like you hear like you've done all this makeup for like all these celebrities on all these different shows and you get to Love and Marriage and then they trying to get you fired. Like I don't play by that because I hustle hard for what I have now. Like I ain't had nobody supporting me. Like it was like to the grind, like get it, let's go, no platform, no nothing. And she did the same thing. So when I see and I hear somebody I saw work hard about to lose their job
Mhm.
over something I'm pretty sure they didn't have really anything to do with, they just heard what they repeated. I let her know. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, Stormy started the room. I'm like, I didn't start. I don't care what the fuck got going on. But I ain't gonna let somebody I know and I miss with lose their job when I can let them know like this is happening.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Wow. Girl, I know Miss Betty
I know
been
what's
talking.
up.
What Miss Betty been saying?
I know, right? Hey, Miss
I don't know.
Betty.
I don't even know if she know. My mama crazy.
That's okay. I'm a little crazy too.
So
We
let
got
me ask you this.
hold on.
And Kiki, we're gonna get back to it, but I want to get Stormy's thoughts. Girl, I don't know who ran the fastest, you or Marceau. You get out there cheer so fast. I said, dang, Speedy Gonzalez roll run. I said, dang, she act like the water splashed off.
Here's the thing. I was really lost, right? Because Keke hadn't told me yet about her Tisha. Like, I think they just happened that day, right?
Yeah. Because
Like,
I
so
was
I
expecting
was
her
like, oh,
at
like,
the
y'all mad at each other? Like, because of this? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Girl, you
why?
was like sausage same.
Because I didn't know. Like, I didn't know.
I'm like, dang.
I didn't know why she was ignoring her. I didn't know, like, the whole point of, like, I don't know what's going on because everybody at this time knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why she ignoring you? And then I'm looking at Keke. I'm like, oh, you tried to tell her, you didn't tell her, like she made, like I'm trying to figure it out. Like everybody know the rumor, like the rumor been rumoring for months, you know, at this point, or weeks maybe. But as far as like why she was being mean to Keke, I didn't know. I was lost. I was like,
it's always everything.
why you just don't talk about it?
It never fails.
It's easy to talk about. Like everybody been talking about it. Everybody had been talking about it for weeks. Like why we getting here on camera and now ain't nobody got anything to say. So I was up here like, and I'm like, how y'all get here though? Like how did y'all? Because they were talking. Y'all were cool.
Yeah,
right?
we were.
All I know is that you was the epitome of the song. She's a runner. She's a track star. Like you was that.
I really thought. Listen, I go back and watch it. Right, Keke, your motherfucking man got up and said, like, yo. This is what we're gonna do.
I was my feelings big time because I can't lie, y'all. To have a cousin really blame you for that and believe that you're starting this rumor when you know that's not who I am. I've never started a rumor like this. You've never seen me interfere in anyone's meeting. You've never seen me start a rumor ever.
I was always under the impression
for this. It was just like, come on, man.
Let me ask you this, Stormy. Do you think? Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go.
Do you think if you would have said something, it would have changed the relationship between you and Tisha? If you basically sit and say, "Look, I'm the one that told my makeup artist that y'all were trying to get her fired, or somebody was trying to get her fired."
No, because I don't think where they was at had anything to do with about Brie being fired.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Tisha was mad at Keke for trying to see if the rumor was true. The rumor was already rumoring. Like my standpoint on the whole thing was letting a friend know you finna get fired for speaking of the rumor. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not because of the rumor. I feel like from how I feel like just being in the situation, I feel like Keke was trying to make sure there was no validity to it. And if it was, then I'm gonna tell my cousin.
Right.
And that's all she was trying to do. From what it seemed like, even from the recordings, like it just seemed like she was just like let me know if it's true, because if it's true, I'm gonna go tell my cousin. If it ain't, I'm gonna fall back on it. And I feel like every time I seen her and Tisha on stage, it was almost like a shit down. Like they would never talk about the situation. Like we can't talk about it at all. And it was almost being made to seem like Keke was going out of her way to like bring it to the front when it was already in the front. You get what I'm saying? Like even before I was like, Brie, you gonna lose your job. Like people were already talking about this. Like I'm just telling you, they trying to get you fired because of it. You know what I'm saying? Not
when the last people.
The rumor was nobody.
So people are asking.
Came up with the rumor. I found out when I let her know like you finna get fired. Gotcha. I don't know why you trying to get fired, but I heard that it was because of whatever the fuck y'all got going on over there. Like I don't think that had anything to do with it. That's why I'm so lost as to like how is that the biggest thing? Like,
Stormy, can I ask you something? Is Keke giving Darkwing Duck today?
Baby, when I saw that for you, people, I don't know why people expecting me to be mad about that. Like I have some humor, okay?
I can laugh at myself.
I laugh my butt off.
Listen, I don't think you look like Darkwing Duck. It was just that picture, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I got it. It was more so how they like, dramatized and shit, like,
right.
And like, I love Darkwing Duck. That's my favorite.
I thought it was funny.
So let me ask you something, Stormy, because you're a country girl, and I grew up in the country. When I get into it with somebody, I always tell my friends and family, whatever you do not grab me, because if you grab me, it's a possibility that you're gonna get popped.
Right.
Now, when you go back and look at that episode, did you see Kimmy push Keke? Keke, I'm gonna ask your thoughts on it first, and then I'm gonna Stormy. Like,
honestly, I had no clue whatsoever. I was so focused on my target, which was Marceau. Not even Tisha. It was Marceau for the most part. Because I'm like, even though she had shaded me, I'm still like, Negro, you got my cousin looking stupid. I want your ass.
Nah, Keke, you was gonna get both on. You splashed the water on, and then you ready to get Marceau.
Right. I wanted to get Marceau because now he the one talking.
Mm-hmm.
Now he the one talking. You know, and I kind of felt bad for splashing that water on. I did feel bad for splashing that water. I can't lie. I did.
I got a question though. Who started the rumor? How did it, like, where did it come from?
Bugs, the barber. He's the one who started it.
I don't
He's
know
the
him.
one who's telling everybody that.
I got a.
So how did it, like, I'm still lost about the rumor, but the rumor was
trying to let my cousin know that this is where I felt like the rumor was stemming from, and I felt like he was lying. I felt like he was full of it. I felt like he wanted to come up and he was looking for, something from this, and I wanted to let her know that. However, he got to her before me, and he made her believe that I was calling, trying to get information, trying to force him to admit that something happened that didn't happen. I think he convinced her of that, and maybe even Marceau, who convinced Tisha that, what, your cousin, she being shady, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you can't be this dumb. Come on, girl, you can't be. Come on, that's what made me madder than anything. You can't be this goddamn dumb. Like, for real. Like, look at my track record. Have I ever done anything like this? No. Never. Have I ever acted like I didn't want your marriage to work? Never. But now all of a sudden you're going to believe this Negro and you don't even hear what I have to say? Okay, B. Okay. Be that way then. And
So
cool off while you at it.
there was another person that was brought into the mix of this conversation. I don't know if Stormy, if you're privy to hearing all the recordings that are behind the wall, but there are literally 4 parts to it. And your makeup artist name got brought into this because your makeup artist named Brianna as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was basically something said that your makeup artist went to Bug's shop to confirm the information.
I don't know nothing about that. Like,
that was said by Bugs, okay? Bugs said.
But where would he get that from?
Right. He just said your makeup artist came to the shop to confirm information about, I guess, the situation dealing with, I guess, the threesome situation or whatever.
Because I
heard. What would she have been trying to confirm?
I'm reading the question right now.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's recordings, like what would have been needed to be confirmed by her? From who did she talk to?
She said that Bree say it's in the video. She said Bree says it in the video.
And see, I never told Brianna Cantrell who fired, who said that she was about to get fired. I never told her who did it because I don't do that. If I hear some information that's gonna help you, I'm gonna let you know, but I ain't gonna tell you where I got it from. I never told her that. I never said X, Y, and Z told me. I was just like, girl, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on over there, but I heard that they trying to get you fired because of some shit that's going on.
Your device going out, Stormy.
Then Brianna Cantrell told me what was going on, and I was like, oh shit, oh, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So I never said anybody's name. Now somebody did tell me, but I'll never say.
Oh gosh. So
but I didn't tell me when she was gonna get fired. They literally was like, that girl gonna get fired, and I was like, that girl is cool. That girl work hard. Like, get out of it. Like, if you in it, step away from it because they trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it was a point in time, correct me if I'm wrong, Keke, they was trying to put it all on Brianna Cantrell, right?
And that's what made me go in like, let's get the information of where this really came from. So that, because I felt like if they tried to put it on her, it was gonna be put on me. That's what I felt.
See, I'm still trying to figure out like, how the fuck how I got on me.
I don't really think you're in it that deep. It's just mostly love. You just want to
be like, oh, Stormy started this whole thing. I don't think she did. That was already happening. Like, in order for Brianna Cantrell to be about to get fired, or for Tisha or whoever be trying to, tell production this Y and Z to get her fired, that means that this rumor was already had wings. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm
Especially if production already said they knew about it. So
Right. I couldn't understand why they let production, why they went to production. I'm like, y'all went to production? I
who
didn't
was
go
the production?
to production called me about it. And I'm like, damn. Now I'm put in a situation.
because what
Why
Brianna
they
said that
who did they?
Brianna said she went to Marcus. The Marcus Burn. That's who she said she went to.
For
Mm-hmm.
what? To
To
try
basically to let him know that look, this room that's going around that she didn't start it.
but they already knew, right?
That's what he told. That's what he told her. But that's why I was trying to figure out when she said the production told her to bring some truth to the situation.
See, I feel like production already knew they were trying to get her fired.
They
Mm.
said that they had heard this from several different sources. They told me that specifically. Because
See,
I'm
I
like, I
can't say
want
it's true that they were trying to get her fired, but I
I
did hear they
can.
were trying to get
Come
her
on,
fired.
come on. Say it again, Stormy.
I said I can't even say it's true that they was trying to get her fired, but I did hear that they was trying to get her fired. So that's why I told her I was like, "Girl, they over there trying to get you fired. I don't know what y'all got going on, but there's a rumor." And she was like, "Yeah, this what happened. Yada 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 yada." So that's how I even got the tea. I didn't bring the tea. The tea I brought was they trying to get you fired.
Somebody said, "I'm glad you cleared it up because Stormy, I was about to get on you, girl."
Don't want to tell you because people be repeating stuff. I'm like, I be listening. I'm nosy. But I be making nothing up.
And you know what, Stormy? Look, thank you for the $1.99, the $4.99. But baby, I need Courtney to drop what he dropped there at Black. Give him the phone.
The
Tell
video,
Courtney to take over the phone.
Y'all, that damn $100 been making it rounds.
baby.
That motherfucker hot.
Hot
Hot.
as grease.
So I'm almost finished up with you, Stormy, and then me and Kiki will go back to our conversation. Stormy, when Kiki left the barbecue, you made a statement about you have conversations with Kiki about your friend.
Mhm.
And I don't know how far you want to go deep into that, but can you tell us about the experience of you basically having with someone that struggled from that?
I got a best friend. We've been best friends since like 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? We've been through everything. She know me like none other. And have a little bit too much fun in college. That turns into something that stays with you past that and elevates. And I always kind of, I don't want to say felt guilty, but I kind of felt like I could have.
Oh, your device, you can't hear you. Okay, there you go. Can't hear you. Huh? Hold on, y'all. Say something else, Stormy. Can't hear you at all. Stormy, okay. That's fine. Just go ahead and go leave me. Just come back down. I can't hear you. So I'm gonna bring you down, bring you out, and you can come back in. Okay. Kiki, what happened to Kiki? Hold on, y'all. We having technical difficulties. Let's go to a commercial break right quick, and I'll be right back so I can get them on. Okay. I can find this video right now.
Can we go back to that place where we?
Okay, Stormy, I'm about to bring you up.
Okay.
Hey, Stormy. Okay, I can hear you.
Somebody called my phone. They like threw my mic off.
Gotcha. Go ahead, love.
But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But I was just saying like when I was in a situation to like really like help my friend because she ended up going to jail. And when she got out of jail, I was like, come stay with me. At this time, my hair care line was taken off. And I was like, come stay with me. She was like, no, she wasn't ready yet. And then, you get out of jail, you kind of have like a little bit of sobriety because you don't have access to stuff. So I was like, it's the perfect time. Like, come stay with me. She didn't come like 3 years later. That was like in 18. Then like in 2020, she called me. She was like, I'm ready now. I said, come on. I moved in, mind you, this the year like all my stuff blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like the big year, the $20 million year. She ended up staying in my old house. We moved into this house, and it was just like like a year, 2 year long journey of just having her here, working with Candace, making sure she's able to, become stable. And then I just found out like I was kind of enabling because she would be clean, but then she wouldn't. And then it got to the point where like I had to, I wouldn't say cut her off because I never cut my friend out. I don't work like that. But I had to like let her go and just spread her wings so I didn't enable her and make it easy for her to go back and forth between using and not using. So when we was talking about it, it kind of just, struck a nerve because I'm like, I would never do that to her. I would never sit up there and be like, make a mockery of her recovery or anything that she been through, no matter what she did to me. You know what I'm saying? I could never do that. Like, so I took it kind of personal because I was like, damn, like I actually do. And I actually had to do something hard with my friend, and that's like not let her have it as easy here because it was too easy to go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Between you and she actually clean now. That was the best thing for her. But just to see somebody like make light of it, joke, and just, oh, she's still on drugs, to me, I look at it like this. I don't think Keke on nothing. Like, I just don't. I got a hot temper. I'll show out in a minute too. That don't mean I'm on drugs. I don't think Keke on nothing. But my thing is, even if she was, like, that makes it worse because that's a real thing that people struggle with on a daily. So just because you hurt by somebody, somebody did, like, the reaction shouldn't be to go low if you think they went there because of a substance. So it just, it was. I won't say it hit home, but I just don't think that's okay because there's so many people around the world who are struggling and healing every day.
With you saying that, my final question is for you, and then I'm gonna let this in, and then I'm gonna go back to talking to Keke. Do you feel, and this is to both of y'all, do you feel like the whole conversation of dealing with drug addiction and substance abuse, do you feel like it's being made as a mockery on this franchise?
Bob,
I
Marcel.
wouldn't say as a mockery on this franchise. I would just say nobody corrects it. I would say Courtney, your cousin. Even when we left, I told you. I said she was riding for you. I told you, like, she stood in it. But for me, I feel like it's never gonna be okay. Like, I get like, okay, somebody did something to me. Now I want to lash out. But if you're in a rational space, right? It's never gonna be okay to be like, oh, the drugs did it. The drugs did it. Because if Keke is 100% clean, are we never gonna allow her to move forward from her past?
Right.
And then it's not like she's. You said something at the reunion that was so funny. I can't really remember, but you have a legitimate reason to have had the issue with drug use that you have. It was prescription medication. That happens to a lot of people. It ain't like you out here just snow lines.
Right. I've never done recreational drugs.
Or you're not doing it. So it's kind of like that. To me, that makes it even worse because it's like, damn, like it's almost like when I hear them say it, it's like it's funny or something. Oh, she did. Like, if you knew how many times motherfuckers said that shit throughout this season, oh, she's doing drugs, she's on drugs. I'm like, bro, that shit's so lame because she ain't showed you nothing like that. She can't have no motherfucking temper. I got a motherfucking
and
temper.
They know I have they know that. That's the thing. They know I have a temper.
And Keke say I need to tone it down. I know I got them go to her. She say that. Like, she own that shit. And to me, like, there's nothing realer than a motherfucker who gonna own that shit. Like, she own her shit. But to consistently be like, oh, it's drugs, like, come on. Like, it's just emotions. But you even say, I ain't gonna act like I'm gonna get it together. You be saying that. But I don't like that. I can't make fun of that at all. I've seen too many people I got uncles. My uncle died, he OD.
So do I.
I'm not, that ain't nothing to ever be like, oh, she on drugs. Like, go drugs. Like, we not gonna keep throwing that shit up every time. If you really feel that way, help a motherfucker go the fuck away. Like, don't do all the extra shit. I ain't like that. I don't like it.
I would never, ever ever bring it up as a reason of why they reacted to something. Never.
Mm-mm. Well, Stormy, yeah, I'm trying to get over this cold. But thank you so much for coming up. I really appreciate it. I'm honored because you don't do interviews, and I feel so special that you came up here. And also, let's go ahead and put this on the record. Girl, was I mad that I couldn't come to your party?
No.
Thank you.
No.
People swear up and down that I was mad. I'm like, no. I said she was fine.
I even told you I got you on the next one. Like anything,
Yeah.
like come
For
through.
future stuff or whatever, but during that situation, it had to be approval, especially when it comes to bloggers and stuff like that. So keep in mind, I'm not just a regular person.
Yeah.
I'm the one that be spilling too much stuff about the show. So 9 times out of 10, they don't want me there. But anyway, Stormy, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on, and you go check on your son because I hear him back there crying. What did he just get up?
Hey.
He back there playing. Oh, Anthony, I just want to say thanks to you for being fair.
Thank you.
I know your ass didn't like me at one point, but thank you for being fair.
Nobody is exempt. I know everybody.
Like Stormy.
Listen.
I just, after meeting her and really vibing with her, I just don't see how anybody could not like her. This is one of the realest, coolest boss bitches that you will ever meet. Ever.
No, because like even from like the blogging standpoint, like I get it. Like I never take that shit personal, but sometimes it just don't be fair. It's like, motherfucker, you ain't gonna. I can goddamn tie my shoe beautifully, and you gonna say that shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like you just ain't like me. That's cool, but you're fair. So kudos to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. But Stormy, you have a good night. Me and Keke, we're about to go ahead and get this started. And you tell Courtney, if Courtney take over that phone now. All right. Good night, love.
All right.
Good night.
Somebody said, can you ask Keke what are her thoughts on Marceau saying she is jealous of Tisha, Tisha's pathetic life, and him saying he picked her up from the street? Actually, I was about to get to that, but go ahead and you want to talk about that?
I absolutely do. Okay, because I'm gonna tell the truth. What they like to do is they like to throw out things to kind of confuse people and not be 100%, honest about the situation. Now, let me tell you guys this. Did Marceau pick me up on the side of the road one time? Yes. Let me tell you why. My husband and I, we had gotten into it. Yes, I was intoxicated. Unfortunately, I was. Okay. My husband and I, we had argued. I had, done everything and maybe even tried to fight him. And he took my keys from me. He would not let me drive. So what I did was I called Marceau. At that time, he was working at the movie theater, which the movie theater, if anybody knows, anybody from Huntsville knows, the movie theater is right there by the Westin, the hotel. So I called Marceau and I'm like, hey, Amin just took my keys from me. I'm walking down University Drive. He ain't gonna take my keys from me and think he can keep me in one place. Can you get me a room at the Westin and come and pick me up and take me to the Westin? Okay. So Marceau pulls up on me and Amin pulls up on me at the same time. Called Amin, And so I was pissed off at him. Like, why would you call Amin to tell him where I am? I just told you I just had a fight with him and he took my keys. That was the time Marceau came on the side of the road and I was at a gas station. I was really at a gas station. And I called him. I had my cell phone with me. I called him and I let him know that, hey, I'm walking because he took my keys. And anybody who knows me knows that you ain't gonna tell me what I can and can't do. That's just me. So okay, fine. You take my keys, I'll walk. F it. I'll walk. That's not necessarily a good thing, but that's where I was then. And that's what happened. And so Marceau and Amin pulled up on me at the same time. It was crazy. I, kind of like acted a fool because Marceau told Amin that I was where I was. And now he wants to use that to say, oh, I came to pick you up on the side of the road many times. So stop lying. Just tell the truth. I can respect the truth. You did come and pick me up on the side of the road when I called you and told you, took my keys. You did. You did. You know, y'all called my whole family. My family was aware. My granddaddy was calling me. My mom was calling. Everybody was calling me. And
Stop right there. Stop right there. Keke, stop right there.
okay.
You just said your mom, because there was a comment that he made on the show saying that your mom wasn't even there to help you. Can you please clear that up on why your mother was not there?
That is so true. He made a comment that my mom was not there to help me. Let me say this. At that time, my mom didn't know what I was going through. Nobody told my mom what I was going through. They didn't tell her, Keke is, addicted to prescription pain pills. She's acting out. They didn't tell her that. So my mom didn't know to be there for me. Everybody kept it from her. But once she knew, you better believe she was on my ass like white on rice. Like seriously. And so it's actually because of my mom that I actually went to, rehab. Not because of Tisha and Marceau, because everybody is like, well, you said that Tisha took you to rehab the first time. She did. When I told her about, when I was honest with her, after I took those pills from her, I was honest with her about what my body was feeling without the pills. And she said, well, maybe we should seek some help. And I said, maybe so. At that time, it still just was not. Honestly, y'all, I ain't know nothing about pills. I ain't do no drugs. I didn't know nothing about drugs, period. So it just didn't register that I'm addicted. So she was like, well, let's go and see if we can find some information about it. I'm like, okay, cool. So she picked me up one day. We went to Bradford, and they gave us information on, what I would need to do to admit myself. They tested me, all that stuff. But this wasn't like to go to say that, oh, the Scots do everything for you. No, because when I decided to go to Bradford, I was the one. Me and my husband, we were the one that foot the bill for it. I was working. I had insurance. Okay. My insurance paid for it, and we paid the copayment. Me and my husband. They did not. So they're giving out so many conceptions about what really happened. Yes, she took me and we found out information about drug rehabilitation programs. And then we left. I didn't stay that day. We just found out information. That's it. And they're trying to turn this into something completely different, saying that they paid for my rehab. Never. Saying that they put me in rehab and my mom and my husband came and got me out. Are you crazy? My mom would never. My mom is the type of person that's like, you know what? If you went to jail, you'll stay until you learn what the hell you did. That's my mom. My husband is the type that like, you know what? You went to jail, stay there and face the consequences until you can sober up enough to learn that what you did wasn't cool. My husband and my mom, they are not enablers in any sense of the word. I can't even, man, I wish they were enablers. I'd still be addicted today if they were.
All right. Let me stop you right there. Chit Chat with QT. Thank you for being in the building. Also, thank you for the super chat, love. She said, great interview, Anthony. Thank you. Do you think it's possible that Tisha Marceau and Tisha makeup artist and Bugs came up with this rumor to blackball Keke? I'm gonna let you answer that.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to think that my cousin would do me like that. But I've been thinking about this lately, y'all, for real. I've been thinking about this and the way everything went down. I know what my intentions were. I don't care about the people who say, you want them to break up. I've never wanted them to break up. I've been a fan of Tisha and Marceau since they got together. Seriously. Especially so she could stay the hell out of my relationship. Like, for real. And wouldn't be mad because I was going on a date with my husband. So it's like.
But this coming from the people that's saying that you wanted her life, though.
Like, y'all, for real. Why would I want her life? That's and that's the thing. Oh, come on, tell the truth. Don't just throw stuff out there. Marceau, Courtney, tell the truth. I never said I would.
Take me to the water.
You wrong. You so wrong.
Take me to the
You know what? You
water.
so wrong.
Take me to the water
To
to
be
be
baptized.
baptized. And when we walk into the water, y'all make sure y'all have on y'all good shoes because these are shoes we're gonna be running into. We been running. We're gonna be I'm walking. I wanna get myself together.
You know what I just told Amin earlier? I said, Amin, baby, your shoes are making this rounds. And we both bust out laughing. He was like, where? And I kind of tried to send him, the websites where people were talking about his shoes. When I tell you we died laughing. Because I be telling him about them damn shoes. And I'm
Hey,
telling
Mama
you,
Constance.
my husband got a mean shoe game. But he like different things.
Baby, it's me. Baby, let me tell you something. The shoes that Amin was wearing, if he's the one that's cooking the food at the barbecue, damn it, I'm gonna eat.
Baby,
I'm gonna eat. I said, I know he throw down on the grill with them shoes on. Yes, sir.
baby, you better tell him. I've been on him about them shoes today. Now I'm normally on him about his shoes, but I can't lie. Amin he's from Atlanta. He's really eccentric. He'll try anything, that's just him. But he got a mean shoe game. I can't lie. He does. Those ain't the only shoes in his closet. He got a mean shoe game. For real.
So, when you left the party, let me ask you this: have you apologized to Kim yet? If you can't speak on that, it is.
You know what? I did apologize to Kimmy, but I can't give specifics.
Yeah.
You guys see that coming up.
Okay, so that's okay. Probably eventually coming. How did you feel watching the how Marceau reacted when Stormy started crying about her friend, and he went to console her, like to give her a hug, to talk about this situation? How does it make you feel that he did that to her, but he don't have the same reaction towards you in your situation?
Honestly, and this is the thing, y'all. I'll be honest. I was jealous. I was like, how he gonna be sympathetic to her about her friend, but he won't be sympathetic to me about something I actually went through, and this was really my brother. I was mad. I was jealous about it. I was like, dang, Marceau, come on. I'm not putting this stuff out there because I just want friction between us. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm frustrated because it's like, why y'all doing me like this? It don't have to be this way. It never did have to be. So why are we doing this? And that makes me so angry. So when I see that, I'm angry that he never came to me because he never even apologized for what he said to Mel and Marcel and other people too. And then, they mistake that. They think that's the only thing that they told. It's not. They told other things that I was going through at the time as well. Things that were going on in my marriage, things that were going on with me. And so when I found this information that all came back to me, I'm like, dang, you were my bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, really, really had love for you. Why would you do me like this and not even apologize, man? Why? I never did nothing to you. Never. You see me react after you said and done what you've said and done to me. But it didn't have to be this. And that's what frustrates me more than anything.
Can I ask you this? With Amin saying to let them go, are you finally at a place where you are letting them go? And it's okay to say no.
Amin has been telling me for decades, look, you need to stop messing with them. And I just been like, well, I love my cousin and I love her husband. That's my bro. I don't want to let them go. It's difficult. It's like a breakup. It's very hard for me. I can't lie. I love them. I really, really do. I know that I say some ish when I get mad. I do. That's one of my flaws. I say some stuff when I get mad. I go low.
But are you going to let them? Are they gone now? Are you done with them now? That's a yes or no.
You know what? I feel like yes, but I know I'm such a sucker that only thing it takes is for Marcel or Tisha or both to come to me and say, you know what, Keke, I'm sorry. And I could not hold that against them if they said that to me. My heart has so much love for them that if they came to me and said to me, you know what, Keke, I'm sorry for putting this out there. I know that this wasn't true and that wasn't true. I'm sorry. I don't have it in me to not forgive them. I don't. And that I'm just being honest. I don't.
Girl, let it go.
I know.
I mean, I know it's easy said
That's
and
what
done,
he
but the thing is, Keke, you have to think you got a whole husband, you got a family,
said.
and at this point, if your husband is constantly telling you something, and not trying to say you got to listen to him, but you see where it always goes, where it goes with him. I
Yeah.
mean, you have to let it go. You just have to. Um, Jocelyn, she asked, do you think that Tisha and Marcel have used this whole situation to take the attention off of their business and personal issues? Like, do you think they're using this to basically not talking about the depositions and stuff like that?
Yes, I do. I do. 100%. I do. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think what else happened. Okay, let's talk about this. How did you feel on this last episode when Mel pulled up and she basically just said she got a drug test with you to prove this? Like, how did that make you feel for your friend to do something? Because that's what's really been going on in these YouTube streets.
Right.
Everybody, this is the first time that I've ever seen other content creators. Now, keep in mind, baby, they been dragging me through hell. Oh,
Yeah.
he turned on Mel. Now, I believe what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. In my opinion, I stated that I said I don't think that was right for her to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't do a friend that way, but I can't speak for you. You can only speak for yourself. I have a right to my own opinion like everybody else do. But I would love to hear from you. How did that make you feel? And how did it make Amini feel?
A lot of people feel like this was planned. When I tell you, as God is my witness, as God is my holy witness, this was not planned. Me nor my husband had no idea that she was gonna show up with a drug test. I had no idea. You know, I'm thinking that like when she's talking to me, like we should prove her wrong. I'm like, yeah. You know, I told you I've been, doing methadone. So I'm thinking we're gonna go to the methadone clinic and we're gonna get all the, test results from all the tests that I've taken because I have to take a test every single month to stay on methadone. They don't play about that for real. It don't matter if it's marijuana, alcohol, it doesn't matter what it is. You cannot have anything in your system when you're on methadone, period. Because methadone plus alcohol equals death. Okay? That's how serious they are about it. So it's like, at first I was like, well, damn, man. Like, you just gonna okay, fine, whatever. But at the same time, Melody and I had conversations. She knew what I was doing. She knew I was going to the methadone clinic. She knew they were testing me on the regular. She knew I was clean, because I talked to her about all of this stuff, beforehand. So I think in her mind, she was just like, you know what? Let's prove them wrong. Let's shut this down. But I can't lie. At the same time, I kind of feel like, well, damn. Well, if I was on drugs, I'm happy I'm not. You know, I can't say too much because people haven't seen the next episode yet. But I'll
Mhm.
say, tune into the next episode and you'll kind of see what happened.
Miss Allen said, ask about the other cookout when she was going to reveal something about Marcel. Um, I'm still a little iffy on that situation because I feel like there's so much more that goes in between you and the Scots.
Ooh, it's a
And
lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
he made a statement and said that he wasn't. I want to say he wasn't talking about the pills or something at one time. is there? I guess the way I look at it, I feel like both of y'all have something on each other.
Oh, most definitely.
And I feel like it's
Definitely.
like when somebody go one step, another person gonna go a different a step further than that. So it's like eventually you all are going to clash, and I don't think everyone is going to be prepared for when that happens. Like, how far is that going to go? Because do you feel like you all are at that place where there's no return when it comes to a happy, just a good relationship? Even with your aunt, like everything that has been going on, being online, how can you all bounce back from that?
Now let me say this. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
with Marcel and my auntie, they have lied.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it's any returning from that because I can never. Now I have to be 100%. Tisha, I hadn't heard her tell any lies on me. Everything that she said has been completely what we've gone through. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So if she says something, and she comes to me and said, "Baby Keke, I shouldn't have told that. I could see us, I could see me in my heart accepting that. But I can't deal with the lies. It's the lies. That's what gets the lies. Don't lie on me, man. Like, come on. If you tell the truth, I might not like it, but I can deal with it. I can.
Mm-hmm.
But when you lie, I can't respect that at all. You telling something that never happened. And that's what Marceau and my aunt have done. And I don't like that.
Somebody said thoughts about Mel's comment. That's why she don't invite these people to her house. And what is her current friendship status with Mel today?
I thought it was an excellent comment, but I've been to her house before.
I mean,
Many
I
times,
told
okay?
them, I told everybody on my panel now, if I'm wrong, tell me if I'm wrong. But I heard that there's only 3 people that she will allow in her house when it comes to filming. I don't know the validity in that. That's just from what I was told.
What
That
are
only,
who are
that,
the
huh?
who are the 3 people?
You, Kimmy, and what? Hold on, was it you, Kimmy, and Tiffany? No, you, Nail,
Mm-hmm.
and wait, it's Tiffany.
Okay. I have to say this. I've never acted out at Bill's house. I've never done that. You know, um, anything Mill asks me, I'm 100% honest about it. Y'all, I'ma just be completely transparent. I wear my heart on my sleeve. So it's hard for me to lie when my heart is like right here where y'all can see it, you know?
Mhm.
I can't lie and say that I don't love my aunt. I don't love Marceau. I don't love Tisha. I love them very much, dearly. Even though they might feel a certain way about the types of things that I say when I'm angry. And I think they kind of know that kind of goes back to the way I grew up. And it's kind of like, y'all, if you grew up with a mama like I grew up with, y'all are failing when you think that you can possibly say anything to me to hurt my feelings. But my mama ain't no joke, okay?
So, you know how we do things. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us on Keke? And
You
Keke,
know what?
what's go ahead.
Just like to share this. I've never ever wanted to see any marriage breakup. Okay, I'm the last one who can comment on anybody's marriage. I'm the last one who can comment on anybody messing up in their marriage. I'm the last one who can do that. So I would never put those stipulations on somebody else. Only thing y'all see me trying to do is clear my name because I know that people are lying in the process. And that is something that I cannot respect. I can't respect the lying. I can't from any angle. I have not heard Tisha lie, but I have heard Wanda lie, have heard Marceau lie. Okay? And the behind it. I have heard them lie. And maybe they lie because it benefits their brand. I'm not trying to lie to benefit. I'm telling you that I love my cousin. I love my aunt. I love my cousin-in-law because these were the people that I've grown with, to love. And I would never, ever be in this situation where I was the one deciding to turn against them. I would never be in that situation. They decided to turn against me. And I want people to understand that. I love these people. I would never, ever discriminate against them or turn against them. If they told you a lie, I would even uphold that lie.
Let me say this, Keke.
Being there for
Before I start bringing people up, I don't care what Amin do on this show, but he got to come on my platform. I don't care if he don't go nobody else. If he back there making all that noise in the pots and pans or whatever going on back there, tell him that he have to come on my platform. He have to.
I will tell him.
Because I would love to.
Where is he? Is he? Where's Amin?
He's done cooking.
He done cooking? Tell him to go. I said, come here.
He got them loafers on.
Huh?
He got them loafers on cooking.
He probably do.
I guess I would love to.
Today. So he probably, you know what? He was working from home today, so he had the sneakers on.
My thing is, it'd have to be I would love him to just come pop in and say hello, but I would love to talk about him to get his perspective of how did he feel when you was going through the situation on now. Y'all, we had over 2,600 people watching. Now let me go ahead and say this, y'all. There are quite a few people trying to come up, and it only allowed me to bring 10 people up at a time. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna bring people up one by one. Billy, Jay, is it Legra Curve? Oh my God, I got to see the whole, and I can't see the whole thing. But I see you love Miss Curves, Maritha, Auntie Jackie, Lady D, Mildred, Auntie Mildred, and it's Christmas time. So I'm ready to see Auntie Rita come up here. Right. But anyway, y'all. But what I do, I'm gonna have to put everybody at least at a minute and a half. Okay.
Okay.
Ask maybe 1 to 2 questions, but it can't be that long because I want to get everybody on here because I know everyone have questions they want to ask. So let me go ahead and start bringing up Auntie Billy, and then I'm gonna go to next.
Wait, before you bring up somebody, let me say.
Okay.
I have to be honest. You know, Amin has gone through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Wife, and we have most definitely. He is going to be taking money from him in his debit card. You know, going to swipe, his debit card for $1,000 or whatever, however much kind of money to, get what I needed. He has been there, and that's not easy. I know this man gotta love me for him to have dealt with what he dealt with, and it's difficult, So I don't deal with any kind of mean slander or any kind of mean, put down, because Amin is here with me today because he loves Keke, and I know that.
Okay.
And I want to say that.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. So let me go ahead and bring up Auntie Billy. How are you, love?
Okay.
I'm good. How are you?
Billy.
Hi. I didn't have a question. I just wanted to give a statement to you, a compliment to you. I want to say thank you for being transparent. Not a lot of people are. We get called a lot of different things when we're straight up. And I just wanted to say I commend you in your walk and your healing and your journey. I like that you're transparent. You're not afraid to speak the truth, because that's how you heal, is by speaking your truth. That's how you heal. So I just wanted to congratulate you. I hope that someday and somehow you will get a platform that you will be able to tell your full story without any interruptions, without any negativity, so that you can help a lot of people with your story. And so I just wanted to say that I am praying for you. I wish you the very best, you and your family. And I hope that you continue to heal and be who you are and who you were meant to be. So God bless you, and keep going, Keke. We're rooting for you, okay?
Thank you. God bless you as well.
You have a good night. Love you, Anthony.
I love you. I am one of those people. I am anointed. I know that. God has told me many times through many different sources, many different ways. I've tried to run from it. I've tried to escape it. I don't care what I do. It brings me back full circle. I am anointed. And I know that I'm meant to bring people full-fledged from where I was. I know that. Even though this is a story that I was embarrassed of, I know that I'm meant to bring people from that story to victory. I accept it. and I'm ready to
Yeah.
do whatever I need to do to endure that call.
All right, let me go ahead. Jay, how are you, love?
Hey y'all, hey Kiki.
Hey,
You know I'm Team Kiki.
yes, Kiki. Hey, girl.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
The season that you came on when y'all were in Mel's kitchen and it was a group of y'all, the pajama party.
Yeah.
Kimmy alluded to the fact that you and her really didn't get along. What happened with that situation? What happened between you and her that caused y'all not to have like a for y'all to have a clash? And do you think that contributed to her pushing you?
I don't know why Kimmy would say that we don't get along or even allude to that fact. Honestly, I've always admired Kimmy. I've always thought that Kimmy, was very level headed and um, reminiscent of the type of woman that I like to be, as far as the level headedness was concerned. So I don't know why she would allude to that or say that. So clearly we have a different perception of what she and I are meant to be as it relates to our purposes. I've always admired Kimmy. I've always thought that she was wonderful. So yes, people are bringing, to my attention the fact that she pushed me or whatever. I just chalk it up to the fact that we're both very in the moment. I'm very aggressive, and I can be very aggressive. And on that, that's I, and I need to dial down. And once I can do that, maybe then other people can accept me without being so aggressive with me. You know, um, that's the thing I can say.
Do you think that maybe it was because she was Team Tisha at the time and
It
you and Tisha were having issues? That's why she basically felt like you and her didn't really get along?
it could have possibly been. You have to be honest. Kimmy has been around Tisha a lot more than myself. She has heard Tisha's stories. She's, a wife to Marceau's brother. I'm not. I'm somebody who came in, who has come around Kimmy's, house from time to time. No, she's never seen this aggression from me before. However, this aggression that she sees from me, she might not really pick it up as hurt, but it is. But I understand people not really being cognizant of the fact that of what has gone on between me and my cousin throughout the years. And I don't hold people at bay for that. You know, I get
Okay.
where she's coming from and I get, where she is in the fact that where Marshall, who's very persuasive, as well as Maurice, who I love, I can't lie, he's helped me in many ways. Um, as well as Tisha, who can play the victim quite well. I don't deny the fact that they can make me look like the bad guy, the outsider. But I'm not that. And anybody who knows me knows that. So
Gotcha.
I just want peace. I want resolve. And I just want everybody to get it. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I love you, Kiki. I love your mom. And I love you too,
Thank you.
Anthony. Thanks
Love
for
you too,
letting me
love.
come up.
Thank you so much.
Same.
All right, we're gonna speak that into existence, Brittany. OWN should give Kiki a show where she goes across the country to talk to Black families dealing with addiction. They owe her, baby. She need to speak to every family. But we're
Yeah.
gonna speak that into existence. I'm gonna bring up. Like I said, when y'all see people fall off, you can try to come in because a lot of people I see you all are really coming in. And like, this is gonna be one of those lives where I literally had to take it and get y'all in. I'm not gonna rush this live, okay? Uh, uh, LRGA curves.
Hey, love.
Yes. What's
Hey,
good,
love, how are
Mr.
you?
Anthony? Hello, Miss Kiki.
Hey, you.
Hello, chat. What's good? Hey, so I love you, Kiki. I love you.
Yes.
And
That.
I am so glad to see you looking so healthy and vibrant and beautiful, as always.
Thank you.
And you know what? I heard what you were saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You have love in your heart. You even didn't come on the show initially because you were trying to keep the peace. And then you get on the
Yeah.
show and you're simply answering questions, and now it's a problem. But come to find out, they've been smearing and scandalizing your name all in the cuts before you even really get introduced. So people try to
Right.
have a forethought about your character, so like they can prejudge you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you come on the show and you still are like, well, okay, fine, I won't say much.
Yeah.
Fine, I want to keep the peace some more. Constantly getting attacked by Miss Wanda.
Yeah.
Supposed to be your auntie. She is not supposed to be. But to me, like, my auntie wouldn't treat me like that.
You
And if
would
you ever,
right.
go ahead.
You would think, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And but she like scandalized your origin. She
Mm-hmm.
freaking puts you down to her daughter. She
Yeah.
freaking does all of these things that as an elder of any family should see that is tarnishing a legacy. Like, this is literally on cyber waves being recorded for generations of us and y'all's to see her acting like this towards you.
Yeah.
Saying these things. How do you feel like, how do you reconcile that as a logical, thoughtful, emotional, intelligent human while trying to, and obviously doing your best at, navigating this reality space, which is a blessing, and duh, you're going to use it. Like, what's the big deal? Like, why are they so mad that you're blessed also? You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
that,
go ahead. Like, how do you feel
so
about this?
that
How do you reconcile?
childhood that people about where my people on my mom's side felt like we were better than people who came up in the projects. I never felt that way, y'all. So it's like, don't apply that to me. I
So
never.
she's holding you accountable for
Yeah,
your mother's beliefs and actions, and
really.
you're your whole own human, and
Yeah.
she's holding you accountable for something her mom did to her,
Mhm.
and that's not even the case here, but she's putting that on you.
And I have to be honest.
Oh,
Like I
Stormy. Sorry to cut Stormy.
said, you better not go nowhere, girl.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Stormy. I appreciate.
Oh, look at
Baby, I love
Stormy.
you and Courtney. Do
Is
y'all
that
want to adopt somebody? I
this
come help
girl
fill some
beauty?
bottles up. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Go ahead, y'all.
Canvas Girl Beauty, shout out.
So
Ooh, that's beautiful.
say, you know what? My family had, my mom's side of the family had this whole perception about, you know what? I don't want you dealing with people in the projects. You know, they are low life. They don't know nothing about education. That, I just didn't subscribe to that. And so when me and Tisha, I found I had a cousin, we were 2 weeks apart, y'all. 2 weeks. She was born October 6th. I was born October 23rd. Okay? 2 weeks apart. She's 2 weeks older than I am. So I got with her. I introduced her to everything I knew. I lived in Atlanta. I introduced her to the Chinese restaurants I knew about, the seafood I knew about, everything I knew about. I introduced her to it. And, unfortunately, people on that side of the family, except for my dad, could look at it as, oh, Keke thinks she's better than you. No, I never thought I was better than her. I just wanted her to have equal access the way I had it. I wanted her to know what I knew. I wanted her to teach the things. I wanted to teach her the things that I had learned. I had been in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta. I knew so many different things. And my mom, she was responsible for making sure that I was exposed to so many different cultures, museums, all kind of things. So I exposed those to Tisha. You asked Tisha when the first time she ate at a fine restaurant. I introduced her. You ask her when the first time she even ate seafood. I introduced her. You ask her who was the first person to start talking to you about your speech and how to improve it. I introduced her. I did those things because I wanted her to be on equal levels with me. I wanted to introduce her to the same things that I learned. So I told her those things. And I just hate that my aunt Wanda was from a mentality where it was about, you know, comparison more so than Keke is trying to teach you what she's learned. I hate that.
All
Her
right, y'all.
my goal.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to wrap this question up, love, because we got a lot of people trying to come in.
I get
And
it. Let's do it.
um, thank you so much for coming
Right
up, love.
on,
I really
Kiki.
appreciate
That
it.
was
Okay.
excellent, Kiki. Peace.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna bring up Auntie Rita. I'm ready for this now, Auntie
Rita.
Rita.
Hi,
How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. How are you, Anthony? I hope you
Good.
start feeling better.
Congratulations on reaching 1,000 subscribers.
What? All right
Well,
now.
thank you,
Congratulations,
thank you, thank
Rita.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I thank everybody, all my subscribers, and I know half of them or all of them on this chat tonight. So I thank everybody for the encouragement and for the support. And if you haven't been over there, stop by and holler at a sister. But anyway, um, Kiki, I want to say this to you. I watched the episode Saturday night, and
Mm-hmm.
I was really taken aback. My spirit was broken, and
I get
it didn't trigger me. It just broke me. I
yeah.
felt some type of way about how you were treated and how you were talked about,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it. And I don't do, I'm a new content creator, and I don't do Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I did something Sunday. I did something Sunday. And
Mm-hmm.
it really hurted my spirit. But this is what I want to know. I would like to know, where is your journey your sobriety is at now, and I know you say you go to the methadone clinic and stuff like that, but are you working the 12-step program? Are you doing the 12-step program? And if so, which step are you on as of now?
Okay. All right. Now y'all know me. Y'all know I'm transparent. I am in the methadone clinic. I am. And I'm trying my best. Honestly, methadone is the first um substance that I found that has kept me clean as long as it has. I have not tried any 12-step program just yet. And I'm gonna tell you the problem I have with it. For me, everything is just I can't do things that aren't tied back to God. And when people say things and they aren't tied back to God, it just kind of rubs you the wrong way. Because I know how many nights I was there that I was desperate, that I was praying that God saved me and helped me. So when I don't see a program that's there for the revelations that God has given me, for the progress that God has brought me through, for the let me see, the I don't want to say exception, but the progress that God has helped me to overcome, it kind of finds a weakest link within it for me. So I haven't necessarily looked for a 12-step program. I did look into it, but I haven't found one just yet, because I'm trying to find out, how does this connect with who God is for me. So many people don't even believe in God. And you know what? That's okay if that's your life and your walk. But as for me, I know how much I prayed. I know how many times I went on my knees and I was like, God, I'm miserable. Please help me. Please. I can't do this no more. Please help me. I know how many times I've been in that situation that he's made things okay for me. So I can't do this without God in the mix. And that's where it ends up being difficult for me. I'm trying to figure out.
I want to say this, then I'm gonna drop down, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kiki, I work the 12-step program,
Mm-hmm.
And I let the program work for me because I don't believe in a higher power. I do believe in God. And if it was by the grace of God, and if it wasn't, I would say, there goes I. When I see someone that, it was by the grace of God for me as well.
Right.
However, if you could just give Anthony some information for me, because I don't want to interview you or anything like that, but I would like to kind of like set up something that we can kind of communicate together about. My cousin is helping me to develop something so I can do something about the 12-step program and how to work it and how to allow it to work for you. So Anthony pretty much knows my information. I just want the best for you, and I want you to want what I want for you. And I want you to stop explaining yourself. Live Keke's life and live that to the best ability. And sometimes, most oftentimes when I was in rehab, they say you have to sometimes you have to let go of people, Keke, people that you don't even want to let go of. And that's the only way you're going to have that peace of mind for yourself. So, I'm just going to say, be blessed, be encouraged, and holler at a sister one morning. You'll like it.
Thank you.
So Anthony, I'm going to drop down and I'm going to thank you. And I'm going to bed because I got to get up early in the morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Auntie Rita.
Thank you, Maritha. I really appreciate that. And I will be reaching out because I'm trying to figure out how to better myself on this journey.
Gotcha. All right, Auntie Jackie, I see you right here. Hey, Roberta, I see you. Okay, Roberta, I see you got in, love. Pray to God, Keke, stay in your program. Good job, Anthony. I'm super happy for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Auntie Jackie, go ahead, love. It's on you.
Hey, nephew. Hey, Keke, girl.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Good.
Can't be stressed. We too blessed to be stressed, right?
That's right.
Okay, just real quick here. I know you explained some, information about Kimmy and Tisha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in a few short words, where are you now with them in terms of Kimmy and Tisha's relationship?
I don't think she can speak on that due to the show.
Okay, move along.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can say
Mom.
that with Tisha, we are just not at a good place right now at all. With me, I'm still working and trying to, show her that I am who I say I am.
And that's it. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Okay, Mom. How did Mom feel about this episode? Your mom.
My mom?
Yes, your mom.
Oh, you know what? My mom has been calling me all day.
Then never mind.
I was ready on time. That I don't even know how she feels about the episode. But honestly, my mom was one of the last ones to know about it. And that's because I was so scared and everybody was scared to tell her because I knew she was going to go in on me. I knew my mom was going to expect excellence of me. She knew who she birthed, So she was going to expect way more of me than I was willing to even feel like I could give,
Got it.
Now I can honestly say that she is holding me to who I say I am. If I say I want to publish a book, okay, well, Keisha, when your book coming out? What you doing to try to make it come out? What people ain't gonna take you serious if you don't make it, about what you say you're gonna make it about. Don't lie to us. You ain't gotta lie to us. Be honest with yourself. That's right. My mom. She's just 100% herself, and she's gonna tell the truth. That's how she always has been. So with a mom that's just as hard up as my mom is, I have to be ready to tell her what I'm getting ready to do, because if not, I'm gonna be embarrassed.
Okay, I'm with your mom on that. And another thing too, I just want to say, because I heard you say something about your husband, about his finances and all. Just remember, that's your helpmate. So whatever he's going through, stand by him, walk with him hand in hand, and you'll owe no explanation to no one.
And I have to say, my husband is right here with me. Come on.
Hey, husband. Hi.
Hey, Amir.
Hola. Hey, Amir. I'm coming to the thing right now. What up, man? How are
Yes, it's
you?
my
What's
turn.
good, my
Go
guy?
ahead.
I'm good, man. Auntie Jackie, thank you for coming up, love. Cause I need to talk to them for a second. Then I'm gonna get y'all right back. All
You
right.
see how you do me?
I love you,
Remember, y'all
too,
can
Auntie
do all
Jackie.
things through
Love you,
Christ who
Jackie.
strengthens.
Mwah.
Love you.
I mean,
What's happening?
you throw them shoes away yet?
I'm not that comfortable, dog.
Man, I can tell you was coming the way you was saying you was just had them out. I said, yeah, he relaxed. But man, I told Keke that I definitely want you to come on one day. I really want to talk about your experience when she went through going to the like the rehab and all that stuff. I would love to hear your perspective on how you have to like talk to the children about it and just how like the position that it put you in and how you maintain the relationship to like literally like stick it out. And did you ever have resentment towards certain things? Because you know we really don't get to hear men talk about those talk about
Right.
those. And I would love
Yeah.
for you to come on one day. It's no pressure. I understand if you don't, but I would love to have you on one day.
We can make that happen. if I don't put her out before that.
Well, I don't know. Y'all divorce might be final, I guess.
You're right.
Working on it.
We're working on it.
Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you stepping in, man.
Hey, and y'all need to wrap this up so I can go to bed. I gotta get up early in the morning.
We got 4 more people want to ask a question. We
And
almost
I just got off the phone with her granddaddy. Her granddaddy said she need to go to bed too.
All right, man.
Y'all be good, man.
All right, you too, man.
Yep.
All right. Lady D, go ahead, love.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Keke.
Hey, Lady D.
Keke, you look so beautiful
Thank
tonight.
you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome, girl. That talk, that wasn't even a throw. Honey, that was a toss that you were a teacher. She got baptized, rebirthed, and everything else. And I feel like they were antagonizing you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what you won't do though is talk to my husband and give my husband a hug and not give me
Right.
a hug when I reach out to you.
You
You
better
get
say
at
it again.
Okay,
you
Lady
are not
D, ask your question, love. We got a whole lot of people waiting in line.
okay.
I'm not trying to
So
go ahead, love.
okay, so how are you doing after all this foolishness with the show?
You know what? It's difficult because I can't lie. I do really love my cousin, and I really want to see her and her marriage work, regardless of what people say. I don't care what they say. I most definitely want to see them work. So the fact that people are trying to pit me against her, it's just like y'all don't even know how
Right.
much love I have for her, and that's
Yeah.
hurtful. I can't lie. It is. It's hurtful.
Yeah. But you look beautiful tonight, and that's all I had to say. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Anthony.
Thank you
Love
so much,
you.
Lady
Love
D.
you
I
guys.
appreciate it, love.
Thank you, Lady D.
All right. Auntie Mildred, go ahead, love.
Hey, Anthony. Hi, Keke.
Hi.
You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
So I'm going to keep this really quick, Keke. What I want to say to you is you no longer have to explain or prove yourself to anyone else, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're done doing that. The
Okay.
only person that you owe anything to is yourself and that man that just left your side
I
and
agree.
your God and creator. You don't have
Absolutely.
to explain anything else to anybody else. Stay your course. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Stay your course and you do you. You are doing amazing. I applaud you and I'm so proud of you. Happy belated birthday to you too.
Thank you, and thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate
Oh, so you renew it with me.
that.
In a massive
Absolutely.
memory.
No,
Okay, love you. And you have
I
a
love you
really good one, okay?
back. And
All right. Thank you,
let,
Auntie
let me say
Mildred.
this
You're very
real
welcome. I'm
quick.
gonna drop down.
Go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. Um, I know that a lot of people try to paint me out to be something that I'm not. I want my cousin's life and all this and that. I never wanted anything for her, but for her to live the best life that she could possibly live. And she can tell you anything that I've ever done or said differently. Okay? I just want to say that.
Gotcha.
That's
All right.
very
Let me
true.
go ahead and
Listen
get
to
to
most people.
Let me go to. Is it Unibu? Uh, that's the name I see right
Yes,
here.
it's Udibu. Hello.
Hey, love. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Hello, Kiki. So I have a question. Since I was listening to you say you have love for your cousin, your family, you will never
Mm-hmm.
I guess throw them away in a way. Um my question is, if there's somehow they want to have a family therapy, would you like to have a family therapy where your father, I don't know if your father's still alive,
Mm-hmm.
but if
He
your
is.
father, okay, so like your father, your aunt, you and Tisha to actually come in together and have a serious therapy section where you can unwind all the trauma and all the stuff
Mm-hmm.
that happened during your childhood that contribute to your adulthood. That way you guys can actually really fix it, not just
Mm-hmm.
brush it under the rug, but actually fix it and move on. Would you be able to, agree to that if they want to have a therapy section? I know it's not gonna happen one time, but like to continue to go to therapy and fix and mend your relationship. And also, if that can happen, would you be able to love them from afar? You don't have to hate them, but they don't have to be in your life if they bring toxicity. You can still love someone from afar.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to know if that's like a possibility where you can,
Would you do therapy with
do
your
so.
family?
When it comes to me, y'all, I have a forgiving heart. I'm sorry. That is most definitely a possibility. I really do love these people, regardless of what you see me go through with my cousin Tisha. I love that girl. I really do. And I want to see the best for her. I love Marcel. I want to see the best for him. Now, unfortunately, it does not look like I love them because when I get angry, my anger kind of causes me to kind of react in a way to where it looks like I don't love them, but it's really just hurt. Honestly, it's just hurt, just manifesting itself. I'm just not good with dealing with hurt, and yes, I would most definitely be willing to go to counseling. I'd be willing to do whatever it is that I needed to do to prove to them that I love them and that, to assure that they love me back and we could work this out. I don't
Mhm.
want this confliction. I don't. I really don't.
All
And
right.
so, yes, I would be willing to. Yeah, I would.
All right. Thank you so much. Kari, how are you, love?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey,
Good.
Kari.
Hi. So Kiki, I have a question.
Okay.
You keep saying that like you love your cousin and stuff like that, but what I'm seeing is not a reciprocation of love coming from her side.
I
Mhm.
get that.
So on the last episode, when Chucky's bride sat there and said that you had nothing to lose, um, Tisha co-signed that. What I
Mm-hmm.
feel like is a very cohesive and planned attack using your addiction to question the validity of your words. That way, an affair won't be thrown out and whatnot. Tisha
Mm-hmm.
is co-signing that as well. The only
Yeah,
person that is sticking up for you is Stormy and Courtney.
that's true.
So when you say that you love her and you want to prove to her that you love her, my question is, what does she have to do to show you that she really don't mess with you like that? Because everything that we're seeing is her telling you that I am willing to throw you, your family, and everything that you went through under the bus. Because it's not just about the show. When it comes to your addiction, your place in society is being questioned. The
Yeah.
reason why people are saying that you want your cousin's life is because that's something your cousin said, not just her mother. Everything that Wanda was saying, Tisha was co signing. So I really don't get why you want to prove yourself to her when it seems like she has a lot to do of proving to you. Because when it comes to future job prospects for you and your family, when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to the way that you're moving in society and the way that people look at you, your addiction is being used over and over and over again for a storyline on a show. That way his cheating rumor won't come out.
Mm-hmm.
You
What does she
better
have to do?
speak. You
I'm
better
just
speak over there.
I'm just wondering because I've been sitting here this entire time and I hear you talk about, oh, I gotta prove to Tiffany. You gotta prove to Tiffany what Tiffany's husband needs to prove to her that he wants that baby. I'm sorry.
Mm.
What do you need to prove to Tiffany that you are who you said? What? Who is Tiffany? Tiffany sat on that TV show and called you nothing. She called you worthless. And your cousin sat there and agreed. When they sat there, oh, and then you said that you see so much of what's that girl name? Kimmy. What do you level-headedness? A level-headed person would have been divorced that man that she has. So when you say that you admire her level-headedness, but she's the one that started the conversation as a nurse, knowing that you are going to a methadone clinic, knowing how methadone reacts, she is a nurse. She
Mm.
started that conversation with all of that information that she went to school for. Why? To help her husband's brother cover up his affairs. So I'm just very curious when you sit here and you're like, they're attacking your family, not just you. They're not just attacking you on this show. They're attacking you in real life. There are real life people that are walking around calling you a dope head, calling you a crackhead, calling
Yeah.
you all these things when you were addicted to pills. Something that Kimmy is I'm sorry. It really peeved my nerves when you said that you had respect for her. That woman pushed you not once, not twice, but 3 times. Shoved you
Yeah.
real, real hard, real, real bad. Her and her son were standing there. They were all ganging up around you, making you feel like a villain to the point where you have gaslit yourself in this interview to feel like that you have to convince us that you are a good person. We're not
Mm-hmm.
questioning you. We're not stupid and we're not blind. So I'm just wondering, what does she have to do for you to finally what does your family have to lose? You've lost the question of your character, you lost the validity of your word, you've lost your peace of mind. What else do you have to lose? I'm curious.
It's just so difficult for me because these people that I know, who put up such different fronts in my face, say another thing behind my back and on camera. And I can't lie, y'all, that's hurtful. It's hurtful. But it does not take away or shy away from who I am. Who I
But
am is a person who is forgiving.
you can
When
forgive. You forgiving is one thing, but
mhm.
with forgiveness comes letting go.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
you're forgiving, but you're not letting go. You're not letting the relationship go. You're not letting the trying go. You're still actively convincing yourself that this is a relationship to be kept, and it is not. That last episode, when that woman said she has nothing to lose, knowing that you have a husband, you have kids, you have a job, you have a life, you
Yeah,
have air in your lungs to breathe, to
yeah.
lose. And your cousin sat there and said, right. She got nothing to lose. I can't mess with people that got nothing to lose. And I got all this stuff that I worked hard for. You ain't worked hard for nothing. You ain't worked hard for your sobriety, Kiki.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
Not only have I worked hard for my sobriety, I worked hard for the fact that she didn't even think that she could go to college if it wasn't for my influence.
so when you're, so it's, you're, let the, I feel like the TV show, I feel like there's this fourth wall that we're not breaking where it's like, if I let go of the relationship, then I let go of filming with her. I have to question how much and how important is those scenes that you get of your life being dragged down the drain, of you being slandered. There's not going to be positive scenes with her. You tried to hug her, she walked straight past you. She had a table full, it was a round table of Kiki's sobriety.
Yeah.
That is what is going to be moving forward in these scenes. It's not going to be anything good. So how important are those scenes? You
You
have
know what?
children out there that have to watch their mother being dragged through the mud. I'm
Yeah.
in comment sections on you can some of these people up in his comment section probably know me. I'm in comment sections going to bat for you, Keke, because I volunteer at a domestic violence shelter. I work with people that have been addicted to pains because of having to painkillers because of having to take those pills because of getting beaten. I know how hard it is. And it frustrates me that something that is so serious, there's a registered nurse on the television screen not educating an entire community full of black people watching this show. You
And
have
you
to
know
take
what?
back your power. Stop
Yeah.
letting them use your addiction. And they started talking about your addiction after you and your husband were gone. And
Yeah.
then Melody came to a scene with you. I don't care how well meaning you think Mel is. Mel had on her producer's hat. She was not
Yeah.
a friend in that scene. She was a producer. Take back the power of your addiction and of your sobriety. Stop letting them use that against you in scenes to throw you under the bus.
Mm.
I guess for me, you know, y'all, I feel so guilty because I had that issue. I just don't even know what to say. I feel so guilty.
But the thing
I,
about it is it's not your fault. What's you got prescribed something that a doctor knew wasn't going to fully manage your pain, but had
yeah.
addictive properties. And then you got addicted to something that had addictive properties.
Yeah.
Things that happen when you are in the turmoil of addiction, anyone that does, like Stormy said, anyone that does not have understanding for that, anyone that is not empathetic to that, is not someone you need around you. And during that last episode, when they were sitting at that table and Courtney was the only one, when Stormy was the only one, when he was sitting there saying how much he helped you and your cousin didn't
And
say
he lied.
anything to negate it. Your cousin
Yeah.
didn't say anything. So you can say she hasn't lied on you specifically, but
Mm-hmm.
she definitely has co-signed a bunch of those lies, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Mm.
I can see
Kari,
that.
Kari, let me just say this. I'm loving everything that you have said up here. Okay, I'm gonna need for you to start coming up on this kind of a little bit more often. All right.
I be in the background. I be in
I,
the
I need you to
background.
come up because you've been in the background. You got a lot to say that can actually help a lot of people. All right.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm sorry to cut you off because we got like four more people in the
No, it's
background.
fine.
We're
It's
done.
fine.
But I really do appreciate you, and I could not like stop you because not that I wanted to, but what you were saying, I had to let you keep going, okay?
And I said way
Because that
more
was
than I
really good.
planned on saying, but I just really hope Kiki and anyone listening knows that when you are in the throes of addiction, you are going to hurt people and you definitely need to apologize for hurting those people.
Yeah.
But do not ever let someone use that consistently to emotionally blackmail you.
I
Okay?
agree.
Don't let somebody emotionally blackmail you using something that you are trying to triumph from, because then they're
Mm-hmm.
going to pull you down even more. You are a beautiful, strong, and intelligent woman. Okay?
Thank
And don't
you.
let nobody put the girl, you should have doused her. What she was girl, okay, bye.
Thank you so much,
Let me
Kari.
say this real quick in response to what she said, because I have so much respect for what she said.
Mhm.
You know, y'all, I was the one of the first people to go to college in my family. I bought not even Tisha, but her brothers and my cousins and all of them here. So when it kind of when the topic of addiction comes up, I feel so terrible because I'm like, God, I failed them. How can I even say anything when I failed them? By becoming addicted to a substance that I couldn't really help, even though I was the first one to go to college. I just
All
I,
right.
I think it's insecurity within myself that keeps me from being at the bold forefront of that movement.
Mhm. Gotcha. It's Chrissy time, Auntie Sin, Prosperity, and JC and Tree. And y'all the last ones. I'm no longer putting the link down there because your boy got to work tonight, and I know Kiki is almost done. So,
Wait, prosperity here? I
she
can't
up
wait to
here.
hear
Nina
prosperity.
said, "Hey Kiki, I adore you. People feel like Melody is controlling you. How do you feel? Do you feel obligated to be cool with Tisha and Marcel to stay on their good side?"
I want to be cool with them. Those are just my wants. I
Okay.
don't feel obligated because if it's like if they're gonna try to blame me for things that are happening with their marriage that I don't have anything to do with,
Hmm.
then you know what? I'm gonna defend myself.
Do you feel
You
Mel
know,
is controlling you?
I don't.
Okay. Let me
I
go ahead
don't.
and bring up It's Chrissy time. And go ahead, It's Chrissy time.
Hey, brother. Hey, Kiki.
Hey, girl.
Now, I came a little late, Kiki, so I do apologize if this is a
That's
question you
okay.
already answered.
Better late than
Um,
never. Okay, I'm always late.
but how do you feel hearing how Tisha, when the whole, Crime Stopper situation came out, how do you feel about her reaction to you being on Crime Stoppers compared to the recent individual and how she reacted or seems to be reacting to them?
You know what? I feel slighted. I can't, and that's honest. When she called me, she told me she had not heard much about it. But then I see her on TV and she's like, well, people call me, I got like 10 calls about it. And I'm like, well, which one is it? You had not heard much about it or you got 10 calls about it, And she's like, I hope Keke isn't back on people's. And I'm like, you have known me more longer than anybody else has. If anything, you should have taken up for me. You should have sticking up for me. But when I don't do the same, then I'm the one that's in the wrong. And that's just frustrating to me. I would never not have her back. I would never not say if it were her. I would say even if I were lying, I ain't gonna lie. Even if I were lying, I would be like, you know what? I know my cousin didn't do it. That's not who she is. Even though I know the opposite.
Gotcha.
That's just me.
Okay. Because I felt it was disrespectful and going off of what Kari was saying, I feel like it is definitely their purpose to make you look like or treat you as a scapegoat, is what I'm going to
And
say.
I just
But
don't understand why. Because I've always been in her corner. That's why I just don't get why. Like Tisha, why? Why it didn't have to be this way? Why? I just don't. I don't get it, y'all. I really don't. I don't get it. But whatever.
It's
I
thank
don't
Chrissy
you,
get it.
time.
Kiki.
Thank you
All
so much
right.
for coming up, love. I really
Love you,
appreciate it,
brother.
okay?
Bye.
Thank you.
Um, Auntie Sin, you finna come up there. Prosperity, you right there. JC and Tree, you all are the last ones, all right? Go ahead, Auntie Sin, it's on you.
Okay. Hey, Kiki.
Hey, Auntie Sin. How are
So I'm
you?
net. I'm good, nephew. You can get you
Mm-hmm.
some rest. I wanted to
I know,
ask
right?
you. I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on Tiffany?
Who, me or Anthony?
You, you the star.
Okay. Let me say this. Originally, Tiffany seemed I couldn't get her. I couldn't understand what she was doing. I didn't understand why she was coming out with this stuff. As far as she didn't know me when she know that our sons play baseball together. My son played baseball for her son for her husband's baseball team. I just did not get it. She sent the stuff to Crime Stoppers. I mean, she sent the stuff about Crime Stoppers to the bloggers. I didn't know why she had it out for me. I honestly didn't. But let me say this: talking to Tiffany in recent times, I don't think they've shown this on the show yet, but she has apologized, and I do feel a lot more sympathetic toward Tiffany. And I can't lie, y'all, I'm a sucker. The only thing you gotta do to me is say, "I'm sorry, Kiki," and I'm a sucker. I can't deny somebody's apology. And so I took that and I ran with it. And Tiffany and we have really been talking since. And I've been trying to uplift her and let her know that, the way that she's feeling, it's so much higher than, where even she is now. And so
Postpartum.
I was given the gifts to help to let me see what's the word to not investigate. What's the word? Not instigate. Encourage. I was given the gifts to encourage people, and I'm just that's who I am. I try to encourage people, so I try to encourage her, and that's where we are now.
Gotcha. All right, saying thank
Okay.
you so much, Auntie. I got 3 more people there. I got to end this live. I got to go to work. All right.
It was
Thank you so much. Prosperity, thick girl, 40. How are
Hey,
you,
Thick
love?
Thick, yes.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey, girl.
So, are you gonna continue to sit up here and let these people think that Courtney sitting at that table is a good person and hasn't
Ooh.
did a whole 360 and changed her whole stance? If you want to see it, going over to the Facebook.
Oh, Thick girl. Now you gonna hold me to the fire. Jesus.
Now all of a sudden you're a liar.
Ooh.
You are trying to ruin these people's marriage. Marriage. You told her things that you didn't that wasn't said. Like, so we want to let her sit up here and be the hero of the night when we both know that that is not the case.
And Courtney must
No,
not.
I'm gonna always.
Courtney must not forget that her number is in that text message thread during the whole Bugs incident. Now,
Yeah.
Exactly. And she's sitting up there looking like the mama from Good Times. I mean, from what's happening with that wig on her head. Just Mabel King, rest in peace.
Oh,
But she is
Jesus.
not what she wanted people to believe she was.
Let me say this. Courtney is our younger cousin, okay? And I know that with Courtney looks up to us. You know, Courtney, when she came to school, I was one of the ones on the on the cheerleading panel who judged the cheerleaders who
Helped her raggedy get through.
helped her become a cheerleader. You know, I was one of the ones, she took my class actually in English 101 or 102, or maybe even both. You know, I don't know why Courtney has decided to side otherwise. Maybe she really felt that. But I just can't help but say that people who know me know that I'm genuine and know that I'm never shady and know that people who I love, I never try to throw under the bus. And I love Courtney. I never throw her under the bus. I think she's a brilliant mind. Courtney lived with me at one point in time. You know, I allow her to live with me. I allow her to drive my car, back and forth to wherever she needed to, because that was my family. But her blaming me for what has gone on, I just feel like she's maybe been um intimidated by the Marcel/Tisha bug. And that has bitten her and caused her to switch up her narrative, that favors them. I can't say if it does or doesn't. I just say that's what I feel. And I hate that because, like Courtney, I love you. I was there for you. You know everything that I've done for you. I've never even minded doing that for you. So it's like, come on, you know who I portrayed to be. Why would I be something different now? I just don't understand that. I've never said anything different to her from what I've said on screen. So I don't know. That's something Courtney has to figure out for herself. And I think she's in the midst, in between two first cousins who she loves and adores. One who was there for her from day one. One who kind of came in her life when she was a little bit older. Which is me. But since I've come in your life, I've never treated you with disrespect. I've only done what I could to do to help you. So I encourage you to seek what it is to do within deep within you to find the answers that you need to find deep within you. That's
Well, I
all.
don't think that she is between two cousins anymore. She has clearly picked a side, and the side is not the side of you. And
And you
she
know
didn't even
what?
have to pick a side, but she chose to pick a side, and the side is blaringly clear that it's the people over there that love to manipulate and use people to their advantage. And that's
gotcha.
all I
And
wanted,
that's
Anthony. I
Well,
difficult for me
appreciate
to
it.
come to grips with, especially because, like I said, if it were not for me, Courtney would not have been an A&M cheerleader. Courtney was in a few of my classes when I
yeah.
was a professor at A&M.
All right. Well,
So it's like, Come on, Courtney. Use your rational common sense. Think about who you know that I am. You
And she
know,
wasn't
think
even a
about
good
what I've
cheerleader.
done.
You lied for her and made her go through, even though she was a bad cheerleader. Bye, Anthony, for
All right. Well,
hosting
thank
all
you
this
so much,
bullshit.
love. I appreciate it, y'all. We got two more people, and then we are done. JC, you coming up, and then last person will be Tree W. Go ahead, JC. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Hi, Keke.
Hey,
Can I?
JC, how are you?
I am great. Can I speak to your spirit for a moment? They're
Absolutely.
they're not using your drug addiction to get at you. They're using your guilt. And you're the only
Mm,
person that can free yourself of that, right?
I
Stop
agree. Yeah.
apologizing for what you went through. You said earlier on the line that you were anointed. People don't know the
Mm-hmm.
cost of your oil. People don't
Right.
know the price that you've had to pay in order to go through what you've been through.
That's so
You got
true.
to stop. You got to stop over explaining yourself. You got to stop hoping that they're going to give you some form of validation,
Mm-hmm.
because that's not what it's about. You're wasting your time on people that don't really matter when you have a whole group of people on the outside that can benefit from your story.
Mm.
If
Girl,
you
you
keep
better speak.
investing, if you keep investing your time in that, you're going to miss your calling.
Mm.
You're going to
And
miss
that's
what
one
all
of
of
the
this was
most,
meant to.
the things I fear the most.
Don't let them take that. You're meant to be a generational curse breaker.
Yeah.
That's why Wanda has an issue. That's why Tisha has an issue. Tisha married her mama. She's fighting
Mm.
that demon on that
I
side.
agree. I agree with that.
She's fighting
100%.
that demon on that side. So stop,
Yeah.
like everyone has said before, stop over explaining yourself. Put your energy towards pursuing your purpose. It didn't start with just you being a professor and all, none
Mm-hmm.
of that, none of which there's no condemnation in what you've been through. Stop
Mm-hmm.
allowing them to exploit your guilt and be wise about who you allow to tell your story.
Mm-hmm. I
Everybody,
agree.
everybody's platform ain't the right platform.
That's so true.
Everybody ain't protecting your story.
That's true.
Anthony has defended you from the
He
beginning
has.
and
Yeah.
protected you. Hold on, and protected you at the expense of his own reputation.
That's
And
so
he's
true.
not blood. And he's not blood. So when your own blood won't do that for you, it's time to cut the cord.
I agree.
Right.
And God will give you enough people to help you push your platform. You don't need it, Keke.
Yeah.
You
I
don't need
agree.
it. You're in my prayers.
Gotcha.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much,
much.
love.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. All right, Tree W, you are the last one, love. Go ahead, love.
I am so glad. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony. And
Welcome.
Kiki, you know who this is, right? Your
Yes,
girl,
I
TL.
do.
TL!
Hey,
You
girl.
know I love you, girl. You are my girl,
Yes.
girl, girl.
Same,
So listen,
same back.
thank you. And you know what? I'll support you 100% no matter what, from to here to eternity. I got your
Yes.
back. But I just want to say a few things. And Anthony, I promise I'll 30 seconds.
Go ahead,
Kiki,
love.
I've heard you say over and over again that you have failed your family. You have not failed your family. Your doctors failed you.
Yeah.
Don't even say you failed your family anymore. Your doctors failed you. But for what they did, you wouldn't even have been in that situation. So you didn't fail your family, baby. They failed you. And I agree with what the last caller said wholeheartedly. But Miss Kari, honey, the Lord was speaking to Miss, is it Kari or Kara? The Lord was speaking to you through her.
I agree.
If you
I
have
agree.
time, go back and listen to what she said.
Yeah.
Listen to what she said. I just couldn't. She was preaching.
She was
And
dynamic.
finally,
I agree.
she was so dynamic. And finally,
Yeah.
last but not least, Anthony, because I know y'all tired. One of the things my sister just completely disrespected me 6, 7 years ago. We haven't spoken since then. One of the things that Bishop Omer said to me, my bishop at my church, was, and he backed it up with scripture. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation.
That's true.
So I forgave her. I moved on. Forgiveness does
Mm-hmm.
not mean reconciliation. I freed myself when he said that. I
Yeah.
forgave her, but if we never speak again, I'm okay with that because I did nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right, baby girl. So I love you,
I love you
and I'll be
back.
chat. I'll be chatting with you in the DM, Mama.
Yes, ma'am. Mwah,
Thank
I
you
love
Love
so
you,
you.
much. I
sweetheart.
appreciate it.
That's
Girl,
my number one realtor right there in LA.
I'm tired.
I know, and I am too. But let me say this:
It was worth it.
100%. Thank y'all for pouring into me wholeheartedly, because a lot of times I do feel like because I was an A student. I just had everything together. Sometimes I feel like I missed the call when I, got involved in these prescription medications. And thank y'all for filling me with, hope and a surety that I didn't miss my calling, but that is still here. I just thank y'all for that. Thank you so much. That's all I have to say. Just thank you.
You're welcome, and I appreciate it. Like I said, you're always welcome. And girl, I am drained.
I know I am too. I'm so
This
tired.
this was a good live. Thank you
It
so much
was.
for coming on, Keke, and I really appreciate it. Is there anything you want to leave us with before you exit?
I just want to say thank you, Anthony, for always riding hard for me. I know you don't even know all the time what's always going on, but your intuition, some kind of way, picks up things, and you always ride hard for me. To the fact that what people say, well, is he collaborating with Keke? There's something going on, but no, there's nothing going on between us. Anthony is gifted and he's very intuitive. And I just thank you for being you. Thank you for allowing me to use your platform to allow people to speak to me and me to speak to people. Thank you.
Time. Well, you have a good night, love, and go eat that food, whatever he done cooked in there.
Right. If it's
And
not too late
you
now.
have a good night, okay?
You too.
All
Wow.
right,
I
love you,
love
girl.
y'all.
Okay, y'all. I did let everyone be able to get comments on here, leave comments on the video. Now you can leave comments on this video. Remember, this Saturday we will be back for Love and Marriage Huntsville season 6, episode 23. Now, keep in mind, I did say earlier that there will be a pop-up video of me going live. No one will know exactly what's going to happen, but something's supposed to take place this week dealing with Love and Marriage Huntsville. And once it go live, and I'm gonna do a little brief video to talk about it or whatever. But members, you all will get all of the information to that situation. All right. So everyone, thank you for tuning in. Stormy, thank you so much for the super chat. You and Courtney, I definitely appreciate that. I hope everyone have a good night, and I will see you all on another video this week. Good night. And make sure y'all go purchase my song and request it at the radio station. I need everyone to call their radio station and tell them to play Anthony Lofties, Leave Me Alone. Anyway, good night.